It's like kids, but also more like teen. So it goes to teen level.
Do you think I'd like
I'd
it?
say. Yeah, I think you like it.
Okay.
I need to
I mean,
make Jay Gazes a mod.
to understand like a couple of how the characters came together and all that. Camp Cretaceous kind of explains that, but it mainly just calls them the Nublar Six. I mean, there's one dinosaur that might you would need to watch it for, but it's pretty explanatory. But
Yeah.
All right, can I request Fallout next month?
Yeah. Next
well,
month.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, of course I was gonna put Fallout. I haven't watched it, but it's been talk.
Man, dude, you gotta watch that. But yeah, well, cool. Well,
We can kick it
are
off if you guys are ready.
yeah. You ready to go, brother?
I'm ready, man. Welcome to the Stone Gauntlet. My name is Kenny Crook Irish Kirby. I have my fucking Red Bull here to nerd the fuck out. Uh, everybody did not do the assignment this month except for Micah, where he actually themed his around Star Wars. I'm gonna bitch about video game companies, and I'm not sure what Jordan's gonna do.
I'm gonna talk about where the fuck I want to talk about. So,
so,
because I could not read more Star Wars manga. I'm sorry, boys. It's not that it's bad. It's just like there's so much other stuff going on. I was like, I'm not gonna go read these. Like, but it
honestly,
exists.
the that's kind of what I face. Like in the past 2 months, there have been like massive changes in the video game industry, and it's like it would be fucking criminal not to talk about this. Um, but I'm joined today by Micah, in charge of
Hola,
movies
Spider
and
Dude
TV.
here. Yep, I'm the only one who did Star Wars. Not a shocker there. Don't worry. But yeah, I'm here. Also, I just had a question. Jay Gazes, if you could where did you get that tracer emo? I love it. Okay, I'll pass it on now.
And I'm also joined by Rabble.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm excited for today's podcast. It's been a while.
It has. It's Overwatch League 2019. Fuck yeah. I don't even. Is that channel still going, Jay Gazes? Um, it's been a while, guys. I missed you all. I missed the
I
fun.
know, right? I
It's
feel
not,
like I grew like 10 years older because we did it so long.
it's not a dead game, Jay Gazes. Like, I still play
Overwatch?
Overwatch. Yeah,
Rarely. I'm joking.
It's
rarely.
I wouldn't call it dead, but it's like driving past that dead roadkill every day on the way to work. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's
Listen,
still there, but
I believe there is a savior within the Overwatch universe. There is something that can rise to the top and catapult it to stardom once again, and that's Widowmaker's ass.
Okay, I gotta find this channel. I'm sorry, I just want to find this channel because I want that emote.
I'm
but
according to Jay Gazes, it's a dead game. Um,
Did I
so
get the Overwatch League 2022?
we'll
Sorry.
just go ahead and get started on video games. Uh,
Hold on, I'm not ready. No, I'm joking.
Micah saw my selection and then chewed me out for not having a Star Wars game. Kenny, you sound kind of quiet and robotic. Yeah, I know. Fuck. I don't know how to turn me up. Wait a sec.
He was just bored and quiet and robotic.
Yeah, just over here playing some pocket pool.
that's weird. You sound perfect to us.
Okay. What about now?
Well, I mean, you sound good to us. So I don't. It's gonna be rough to.
I might work. I don't know what the fuck is all this shit. Anyway,
Man, he's been gone for a month and he doesn't remember how to do stuff.
no, computer changes shit like that. Technology is a bunch of fucking bullshit because you can like update Windows and it will fuck up your entire system. So you go figure out everything all over again. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Microsoft's failure. We're here to talk about Microsoft's other failure in the video game industry. Um, but before I get into that, what's that? Spider Dude called me out for not putting anything Star Wars in my section. So I'm going to quickly go over the Star Wars games coming out. Star Wars Hunters, don't buy because it's fucking mobile garbage. And most mobile games are just gacha games, pretending to be free to play. So don't support that. Don't fucking buy it. It's horrible. It's as bad as Overwatch, which is not a dead game. Um, moving on, Star Wars Outlaws actually looks kind of good. I expect it to be paint by the numbers Ubisoft, but I typically I put value in gaming by how much time I spend in it. And I bet you I could probably get 100 hours out of Star Wars Outlaws, which in that case is $1 per hour.
Yeah, we probably won't see him for a month if it's actually good.
Yeah, you'll see me playing the shit out of it, and then I'll come on here and bitch about it. Is what's going to happen.
You said you're going to spend 100 hours and it's $1 per hour. Are you telling me this game is $100?
Dude, every game now is like $100. If you want to get the super secret special edition.
It's about the dumb prices. It's literally like the dumb prices Legos have now. They keep upping the prices. This is bull. This is
JK
bull.
said, "Watch out, Star Wars fucking Outlaws Reddit." Listen, I have now been permanently banned from the Overwatch Reddit.
You're fucking kidding. You got banned?
Not only did I get banned from the Overwatch Reddit, I got banned from Reddit for 2 straight days, like the entirety of Reddit. And I'm like, this is bullshit because
honestly, it's good for you. I'm happy they banned
He went against the cult. It's
your
all right.
mental health is gonna rise due to their decision, so I'm happy for you.
It's probably best that I step away from Reddit. And I actually have a newfound respect for Diablo's Reddit. Because they just put me in a 14-day timeout. They're just like, go put baby in the corner for 14 days, and then when he comes back, we'll ban him again within the next week.
Well, I mean, Kenny, for the Overwatch one, you technically did go against a cult. I know that sounds bad, but you went against a cult.
Yeah, I kind of did. We're not going to go into it on here. Because then again, we'll bring down the of the cult on us again.
Yeah, you'd probably get banned from your own podcast.
I'm just going to constantly get canceled by everything. Going in, cancel Kirby 2024.
Yeah.
Starting off with video game news, Bethesda. Oh boy. The company that everyone loves to hate. Like, honestly, Bethesda's not people love to hate Blizzard. Blizzard can hire Jesus to make themselves a game, and people will love to hate that game. Like, they'll still play it, they'll just bitch about it constantly. Bethesda is the type of is the type of company that you put it on a high pedestal, and it almost always falls short of that pedestal. And then its fans tend to make the game better than the fucking developers did.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Skyrim, dude, was amazing. But and you know, Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 are good. But yeah, you are right. Like it's crazy how much the modding community's really at. I mean, people are still playing Skyrim, and let's be real, it's because of the mods.
Is Fallout from Fortnite?
Fuck. How do I fucking kill somebody and get away with it?
Yeah, I think this podcast is over. I don't want to be here anymore.
We're canceling. I'm canceling myself.
It's just Fallout decided to join Fortnite in its conquest. Okay.
Fallout.
I'm drinking Nuka
Fortnite.
Cola.
No.
I'm drinking Nuka Cola in Fortnite.
In the Fallout games, you do not get jumped or dropped into an arena where you fight 5,000 people and then may or may not win and do the same thing over and over again for the next.
I'm pretty sure the Chug Jug came from the Fallout universe, though.
Actually, that's possible. How to kill someone and get away with it. Okay, moving on. Bethesda fucked up Fallout. They could have just let it be. That's the thing. But then they went and released a Fallout 4K patch for Fallout 4. Yeah. And nobody asked for it. They, instead of, I don't know, making Fallout 5 coincide with the fucking TV show, they decided that Fallout 4 needed a 4K patch that, get this, did nothing to the game. It didn't improve the visuals. It didn't do like any improvements on it at all. It was just a patch that you added space to. Oh, except it did kind of do one thing. One tiny little thing, and that was break every single mod involved with Fallout. They managed to
Oh,
fuck over their mod community again.
I bet you that pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. Like, did they release it? Are you able to roll back at all or no?
Too old for this.
Well, as of now, and like when I wrote this, that was the case. As of now, they've actually patched it again to patch back in the mods because people were fucking pissed. They were
Yeah,
like,
told you.
people that actually were making like Fallout London, which is like an
Yeah.
entire Fallout game inside of Fallout 4, couldn't make the game because it was no longer on the same engine as Fallout 4.
Oh, yeah. That.
Yeah. So that stopped fucking that halted progress. Todd Howard was like win, but the rest of the world was like no. And now Todd Howard is like, okay, I guess you guys gotta have your fucking mods back because it's the only goddamn thing that keeps my games alive 10 years later and allows me to re-release Skyrim 25 fucking times. So that but you know what? That is the smallest drop in the bucket of what the fucking rest of the what the rest of the fucking game industry did. Moving on,
Ooh.
Microsoft. Fucking Microsoft. I've gotten to a point where like I've built a PC, I play on PC, and I'm about ready to say that the Series X is probably my last Microsoft console. Because I mean like a dedicated console. Because one, I booted it up the other day and it showed me an ad for Senyu 2, like I give a fuck about that, or Hellblade 2, which means I had to press B to go past it. Not a big deal, but here's the thing. Microsoft over the past couple years was running around scooping up big game companies. I'm talking like Arcane Studios, I'm talking like fucking Activision, I'm talking about, Bethesda, so on and so forth. And they're like, hey, we want to release natural, real cool, fucking indie games, stuff that is niche. That's what we want our market to be. Arcane Studios went ahead and released fucking Hi-Fi Rush, and everybody loved it. People were like, "Man, this is fucking amazing! Hi-Fi Rush is off the charts." Well, apparently Microsoft fucking lied because they just closed down Arcane Austin and Tango GameWorks. If
Wait,
those,
they
if
got
the,
rid of Hi-Fi Rush?
They
well,
got rid
hi,
of their devs, yeah.
yeah, they got rid of the fucking devs that made the most original fucking game on their console since like 2010. It's like
Got like halfway through that game.
Seeds, what's
I
up?
mean, you can still play the game. There just probably won't be a second.
There's not gonna be a Hi-Fi Rush 2, and I'm fucking livid at them.
That game was actually kind of good, okay? I would have.
That's kind of the whole point, Micah. See,
I'm gonna angrily eat my wheat thins.
if you guys don't recognize the name Arcane Austin or Tango GameWorks, allow me to name some of the games they made. The Evil Within, fucking Ghostwire Tokyo. They made Prey. They fucked up Redfall, but that's okay. That happens. And Microsoft shut them down in favor of fucking Activision and goddamn Blizzard.
Yeah. No, it's sad because their moneymaker is Call of Duty. So it's just that's just nuts, man.
Oh, and
Wait,
Dishonored.
isn't Activision Blizzard?
Yeah, Activision Blizzard.
But Microsoft owns Activision?
Yeah.
So Microsoft owns part of Blizzard?
Yes, dude. They own all the Blizzard.
Microsoft owns Blizzard?
Seriously?
When did that happen?
Have you been living underneath a rock? This has been
I mean,
going. Okay.
dude, you want to know what game I've been playing recently? I've been
What's
playing
up?
an indie game where you mine space rocks. Like, when it comes to gaming nowadays, I am not like in it.
So you were quite literally living under a space rock.
I'm in space mining materials from rocks in a 2D game. Yes.
First of all, a quick shout out to Siebes. Welcome back. It's great to see you, and I'm glad you're here joining us tonight.
I agree.
Now, God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna back this up to catch Jordan up to speed. For the past like 5 years, Microsoft has been going back and forth trying to get Activision Blizzard. PlayStation has been trying to cock block it every step of the way, and it
Yeah.
only just went through last year. And the very first thing they said was, "Don't worry, all of you are going to keep your jobs." 10 months later, they cut like 100 fucking devs. Like they just went through and swept the fucking thing. So, yeah, Microsoft is just saying one thing and doing another. So that's why I kind of want to sit here and pimp out its game showcase, guys. Early July, Microsoft will be releasing its game showcase. That's actually early June. It will probably focus on its upcoming lineup of mediocre dog shit paint by the number games that that fucking clearly rips off the fucking Kinect or the fucking Nintendo Switch. I'm so goddamn done with Microsoft and its wannabe like drag. Getting ahead of myself. It's it's gonna drag its fucking franchises through the dirt. Hopefully, Diablo survives this because that's my favorite game of all time.
And like Lord of Waldorfheim said, honestly, we need more console companies.
Yeah, you know what we kind of
Although,
do.
although I feel like if we get more console companies, Microsoft's just gonna buy them all.
Or guys, go build a computer. Start small, but build a computer and join Steam because Steam is where it's at now. Like at the very least, Steam has some fantastic deals, and is currently picking up all the shit that Microsoft and PlayStation are dropping. The
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like the best of both worlds with
Well,
Steam.
that's because Steam is simply like a marketplace for people to deliver their games. So it's not like Steam is acquiring all these people. It's just that like publishers can go to them to distribute their games. It's dope, and that's why they're usually cheap.
Well, to answer Siebes, we need to bring back the OG GameCube. That's the key to world peace. I couldn't agree more. If you could give
I'd
me a
like to
fucking
try it.
GameCube 4K Wind Waker, I'm set. Twilight Princess, set. Uh, or just, you know what? Whatever Nintendo's bringing out. Literally, Nintendo is probably the fucking savior of the console race right now. Because they haven't really fucked up too much shit recently. And they tend to, like, treat their IPs with respect.
Yeah, they just released Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, I bought it.
It's
Don't worry.
kind of a remake, but yeah.
Nintendo is probably just sitting back watching Xbox and PlayStation fall and just being like, "Ha, I'm gonna win this."
So, all in all, I really don't give a shit about Microsoft's wannabe corporate led direct. Go ahead and buy Baldur's Gate. Go out there and buy Cyberpunk. And not whatever fucking dumpster fire they're going to try to sell you in June. Because those games are actually good. Fuck Microsoft. Moving on. Fuck Sony as well. So, Square is pissed at Sony. This is almost unheard of in the fucking gaming world. But Square's gonna they're breaking their exclusive contract with Sony. They're done. After their release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, not meeting the expectations because it was console exclusive, Square basically said, we're fucking done with you. We're going to make all Final Fantasies from here on out available on all platforms. Which is kind of a big thing.
So what you're telling me is exactly what I was just saying. Nintendo's just sitting back watching Xbox and Microsoft and Sony fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, those two companies are basically trying to swing their dick bigger than the other. But at the end of the day, uh, they're both kind of shitty. I mean, like, if you're gonna like, wow, there's a new Call of Duty coming out this year.
They're old and wrinkly.
Yeah, they're old and wrinkled. They're boomers. They're boomer consoles. All right, it's time to move on. We need a new console, or just like fucking Steam needs to release a console. And then
Well,
so the what?
they have the Steam Deck,
Yeah, but I mean like a 4K one.
a real console.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So this one is right up fucking Jordan's alley because I kind of want to hear what he has to say about this. Sony tried to force gamers to create PlayStation Network ID and link them to Helldivers.
Yeah. Do you want me like do you have anything else on that, or do you want me to start
Oh no,
talking
you know
about it?
what? I'll go ahead and give the overview, and I want to hear
Okay.
your take. Here's the thing: you might not think that's that big of an idea, right? Like, okay, whatever. I'll just make a PlayStation Network ID. Yeah. Uh, a lot of countries can't make PlayStation IDs, but got sold Helldivers. So now they have this game that they bought that they can't play. And
Yeah.
like they gave Sony the money, they can't refund it, they can't do any of that shit. They now just sit there with fucking Helldivers on their computer. Gamers were angry. Like really
I
fucking
can
angry.
imagine.
They
Yeah.
predictably a lot of them attacked Arrowhead, which is like you went after the wrong fucking person. You know? But it got through to Sony eventually, and Sony retracted their decision. So, Jordan, what's your thoughts?
No, I mean you covered it well, man. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see this, man, because Sony used to be the company that like I respected. It's like the gamers console. Microsoft slowly started to go. Their little pep talks and gamer showcases turned into like you can have ESPN on the side of your screen while you're gaming, so you can watch ESPN, and it slowly became this console that like they wanted it to be more than just for gaming, right? Where PlayStation for the most part has been like, yo, we're a gaming company. We have good exclusives, and we're this is what the console is meant for, is playing games. And so it's nuts to see them fucking kind of do this shit because they also canceled. Well, Naughty Dog canceled it, but I don't know. They're based in the Sony world still, but like Naughty Dog canceled their The Last of Us Online too. And I bought a PlayStation because I thought that was going to be coming out on it. So if anyone needs a PlayStation 5, I'm selling one. So feel free to hit me up because I don't fucking need that fucking paperweight essentially. But yeah,
Oh, I
dude,
can ask my friend.
it's
Not one.
nuts. It's nuts what they're doing. Because yeah, Sony's just tone deaf, and sadly Arrowhead is just in the bed with the devil sort of situation. Because I think they were somewhat funded to make Helldivers too.
Well, I mean, they're exclusive to Sony. Like Sony
Yeah.
produced the game. That's why you won't see it on a Microsoft console. So you're right. They were in bed with the devil. It was like, whoa, wait,
Yeah.
hey, hold on. What?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky that they released it on PC, but yeah, I think so. It's the whole thing is Sony just wants to gather data. I don't know what kind of data they're gathering from that all that, but yeah, I mean, it's just
They're
nuts.
gathering all the secrets.
If they were gonna do it, they should have done it from the start.
They
And then
shouldn't have
even
sold the fucking game. The whole
yeah,
thing is a scam at that point. It's like, It's like saying it's like fucking Microsoft.
Yeah, no, I mean they are bad. Like they're making they're making Nintendo look real honest. Like Nintendo is truly the last gamers console. You can't buy anything else on the Switch. You know, they're not trying to make you do weird shit and whatnot. So it's just it's strange, but yeah, they shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have because like when I first bought Helldivers on Steam, it did ask me, "Hey, do you want to connect your console?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, fuck it, I don't give a shit." And then they disabled it, I guess, and then like all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, actually, yeah, you have to do this." It's like, dude, I bought this game on Steam. Like, I didn't buy it on PlayStation. I bought it on Steam. I shouldn't be required to do shit. I think you could get refunds on Steam though, so that is good.
Yeah.
Hey Jordan, I have a question for somebody who's asking me, how much are you selling the PlayStation for?
You know what?
I
This
don't.
is Jordan's marketplace, so go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll text you after.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to my wife to make sure she wants to sell it because I think
Oh,
she's
okay.
been playing some games. But yeah, I really think I might sell it because it's just I don't touch it, and if they're not gonna release. I don't know when the fuck Last of Us 3 is gonna come out. It could be 5 years from now, or they could cancel that too. You know.
I mean,
So
I wouldn't put it past them. Like companies are just canceling good shit left and right, and it's getting to a point where all games are either going like the way of Overwatch or Fortnite because that's going to make them fucking money. Like
well,
Call of Duty
yeah,
is going the way of Fortnite, where it's like, yeah, it's drop you in a giant map, blah 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 blah.
yeah.
Oh,
I
buy
mean,
this skin so everyone can see you as fucking Lilith.
yeah, or everyone can see you as Groot. Yeah, it's just like I really like live service games. I like them as a platform. Like I love what Helldivers is doing. Like what Arrowhead is doing. Like where it's things are constantly changing. They're releasing new constant like content constantly, and it's the gamers get the decision. But yeah, just a lot of the bullshit that's coming with it is the business jargon. That's kind of fucking things up. It's just sad to see.
So that being said, now that all the negative shit's out of the way, um, and I say this purely to the devs. I don't, not the overarching fucking corporations in charge. My game of the month now is Diablo 4. And I know what you all are thinking. All he fucking does is talk about Diablo 4 and how great Diablo 4 is.
No, it's all right.
But you're gonna
I just
hear
don't have a
me
care for it.
you're gonna hear me say this one time and one time only on stream here and now. Past this point,
He's adopted.
I will never
Oh,
say it again. Sometimes Reddit is right. Reddit,
wait,
uh,
did you really just say that?
never
Oh, I
saying it
need to
again.
clear my.
Never
I
saying it
shouldn't
again.
have cleared my ears. You should say that again.
Nope. Reddit dogged the developers of fucking Reddit is rarely right. Yes, I am 100%. That's not the real Kenny.
Yeah, we just got this is an
Yeah,
AI voice. Because there's no
Hello,
way.
comrades. Reddit, it is
he's
great
starting to
company.
sound very uplifting like me, where he's giving something a chance. I'm confused. Help.
Listen, I know I just broke all your minds, so we're gonna let that sink for a second. Reddit dogged the Diablo developers. They released Diablo 4. I was fine with Diablo 4. So, and each season got progressively better. Reddit wouldn't shut the fuck up each season, and I was the one that would constantly get banned from the boards by being like, dude, chill. Diablo fixes itself within a year. So technically, I'm right here as well. But a year later, Diablo 4 just released its best season yet, season 4, where they just went, fuck it, we'll make it Diablo 3. They got
And
so
you convinced
tired.
Lord of all Dwarframes to play.
Yeah, I even got Lord of Old Warframes to play. Uh, the developers got tired of hearing all the bitching and shit like that. So they made it far more arcadey. You're far more powerful. The loot is far more simplified, and shit actually matters now. You can actually go in there and tweak your gear like a fucking madman, like you could in Diablo 3. Instead
My
of
only
just
complaint is I can't use my god level character in the new season.
your character sucks dick. Here's the thing. When you've had your character before, they had legacy loot. That loot sucks. All the
Oh,
loot that you get now from here on out is far, far better than anything you could get in the previous seasons.
well, he was just cooler, so I mean,
Do
The
you?
way you drop things on Micah is just fucking. Your
this is
gear
what I have to
fucking
deal with
sucks,
having gone to
Micah.
like.
Jesus Christ, you know.
I love you, buddy.
I can see why you got
Don't
banned
worry, I
from
don't love you too.
Reddit.
No.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
kidding.
I love Micah. Listen, Micah, in some alternate universe, your
I
character is
think he's
probably
getting
more
mixed
powerful.
feelings here. I'm confused.
My synapses are broken because I had to say the fucking thing. Um,
Say it again.
nope, I'm not
Say
saying it
it
again.
again.
Listen,
Say it again.
I have tried to be nice to him every once in a while, but it almost inevitably comes like this is. I guess this is how our family shows love to each other. We're just like mean.
Yeah, it's very hard for him to love me
We're pretty vicious.
because I'm so much kinder than him now.
So that being said, his character does suck dick. But it doesn't now. If you come in with a fucking
Well, your
necromancer,
character looks funny.
yeah, like the hot. Anyway,
This is like
oh my
ash
god.
trap, freaking ash trap,
Okay,
ash trap,
it's a strape. Listen, guys, I
ash
made
trap.
I
You're
made a
gonna you're
character.
taking him off the rails. Let Crook talk.
I named a character Astrape because it was a Greek goddess of fucking lightning that served Zeus. And then my friend Lord immediately went, "Your character's name is Ass Trap." And I was waiting for someone to report it so I could change it because you technically can change it in the game. But no, 2 weeks later, it's still Ass Trap.
Trap's a good name.
But she's pretty hot, yeah. So anyway, props to Diablo 4. The developers turned it around. I feel like this is a good jumping off point for where Diablo can start to get weird. And I think for the seasons from here on out, we're going to see an evolution of, like, I would say a perfect fucking live service game. Because what Blizzard does really well is it releases its, like, patch notes, and then how late are you going to be streaming? I don't know. These can go like somewhere between 2:30,
Yeah,
2.5 to 3 hours sometimes.
yeah. I hope not 3, but yeah, 2.5 hours probably. Usually, what like 1? It'll probably be 1 a.m. Eastern. A
Yeah.
little bit later than that.
Although I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Micah. I think the
Well, I
video
also
game
just I
section is.
wanted to say that your ash trap goddess, you failed. Okay, she's a lightning. She has lightning. You did fire and ice, but that's all I want to say.
And yet technically, my my sorceress named Pyra is gonna be an ice sorceress. My sorceress named Ashtrap is now a fire sorceress. I guess I'm just gonna make a fucking ice sorceress or a lightning sorceress named Elsa next.
You should. I think that's pretty
Okay.
good.
I really fucking should.
Just confuse people.
Oh yeah, movies and TV. Let's go. Okay, first one. I actually thought I was gonna watch a lot more of this. The Tales of the Empire. I barely got through the first episode before I got distracted by another TV series.
Is
But
this the one with the
I
hot
noticed,
wasp chick that you got distracted by?
yeah. um, but I gotta see. The only thing I saw in this episode is General Grievous just kill an entire town, the droid army. That was pretty much it. After that, it was just kids running around. But So I don't know fully how this was because I was hoping that I would have more on it, being hoping that I was gonna watch it, but I did not. So yeah.
Don't worry, Micah. I got you, dude. When that
Okay.
came out, I watched to episode 2 before getting distracted. And I can tell you this episode 2 was pretty good. I don't know what I got distracted by, but I guess it was better than Star Wars Empire Tales.
Is they is what is this? So this like another mini series for Star Wars? Like, or is each episode connected, or are they just like little stories?
I think this one's actually connected because so far, from what I've seen from other people saying it, is that there's like two main characters
Okay.
going two different paths. They go through most of the story, I believe.
And this is
And then,
animated, or is it
yeah, it's
real?
animated. It's like Tales of
Animated.
the Jedi, just Tales of the Empire.
See,
Oh, okay.
I think they kind of fucked up though. Like Tales of the Jedi works so well because they were actually Tales of the Jedi. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't a serialized series. You know, it wasn't like 2 or 3 connected episodes. It was here's an episode about Ahsoka. Here's an episode about Count Dooku. Whereas Tales of the Empire is like 2 or 3 connected episodes. And
Yeah.
I've always been of the type that's like one and done. I believe South Park is best when its episodes don't rely on overall narrative.
That I can agree with. I did like Tales of the Jedi just because it was separate. Just knowing that it has a storyline. I guess it just never interested me because the only like character that I know from the first episode was General Grievous getting his own little like story, like tiny little tale in that series that was maybe like 5 minutes long. But
Well,
other than that, I haven't recognized any of the others.
the chick Morgan. So the first couple episodes actually describe Morgan's rise to power. Morgan
Oh, okay.
may not sound like official to you, but she was in the Mandalorian. She's the one that Mando fought on the planet with Ahsoka Tano, and later joined Admiral Thrawn.
Ron?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's about her first meeting Thrawn and like pairing up with him.
Oh yeah, cool.
Man, it's crazy how much fucking Star Wars content they really just pumped out. Like,
I
you think about it, like over like what 30 years, they made the what the original what 3 plus 3 plus 3 9 movies, and then Disney acquired them and said, "Here we fucking go."
Dude,
You
Disney
know?
needs to pump the fucking brakes. It's
Yeah, they need to chill.
like every
they need
single month is a new Marvel or a new like Star Wars like whatever the fuck. It's
Yeah,
like you've saturated the market at this point.
I've just stopped watching because I don't have the fucking time. Like, I
wait. What
don't have the
new
time to
Marvel
watch.
came out?
I don't. Um,
No,
I
well
don't know
no
what
it
new
didn't,
Marvel.
but it's just an example.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, like it just feels like there's so much. It's overwhelming. I'm like I can't like I stopped. I said okay, I can't. I stopped watching Mandalorian. I didn't watch Obi-Wan. I didn't want if they release another Visions, fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit again. Like it's just too much. It's like chill, make some quality content and stop just like fucking milking this cow
Well,
repeatedly. Like let it
so
produce some stuff. I'll go ahead, man.
so the funny thing to go on that comment, Disney has posted really to nothing this month. Like, cause every time I hop on to the to watch my show, 15 Seconds with Wasp, a joke from last night. No, 2 nights ago. Um, I would always check the new thing, like the new
Yeah.
list. All that's like barely appeared is like one or two documentaries. That's it.
wait, are you
Like
talking
Disney
about
has
when I said I was gonna take the picture of Wasp for 15 minutes and then my brother was like, it'll probably be more like 15 seconds.
yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
You know, it's efficiency. Alright guys, that's what I aim for. But
Hey,
go
you
on.
know what? I did it with a cookie. Shut up.
God damn it!
I'm sorry. It came out fast.
What the fuck does that even mean? You know what? Actually, never mind.
We
Let's
don't want to
continue on.
know. Let's just continue on. I don't know what they do in Montana, but I don't want to know.
Listen, there's this old Texas/Montana saying, and it's, if the rooster ain't producing eggs, then how you going to get milk?
What?
Yep.
That's a good saying.
All right.
Thank you. I feel smarter for hearing that.
And also Lord of all the Door Frames. No, I did it with. I ate the cookie while doing it. Okay. Multitasking.
I don't think you realize what you're saying here.
Just,
Oh, I know what I'm saying.
uh, you guys are wild.
This is too much information. Let's continue on with whatever the fuck you were talking
Is
about.
is there anything more on the Empire Tales that you want us to know,
No.
Micah?
No.
Is it a yay or a nay?
It's a nay.
Oh yeah, bro.
Jay Gazes, what the fuck am I listening to? That's a good question, Jay Gazes.
Montanians. That's what you're listening to.
You're still here. You're still here, Gazes, so you must
Nope.
enjoy it.
Smash that
Okay, my
subscribe
next-
button. Hit that
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. YouTuber. But yeah, now my next thing is the Bad Batch. This is probably like the 5th to like 4th time I've talked about this, which I know I talk about it a lot because
Yeah, I know.
it's a
How
really
many?
great show.
How much can you talk about this, Micah?
Well, since the new season came out, last time I answered, I was like first few episodes, last podcast. This podcast, I'm going to talk mainly about close to the ending. It was a great ending. The entire final episode leaves you on the edge of your seat the entire time. Like, not going to lie. I was impressed with it, and it was a great ending and a very unexpected ending. And then a little hint that was like in the middle of the series too. There was the Shadow Clones. I'm calling them the Shadow Clones because I forgot what they're called. But they basically are like very enhanced like battle clones that are really cool. They kind of matched the Bad Batch to it and kind of just made them assassins.
Listen, Micah, we're tired of hearing about the same thing over and over again, okay?
Oh, don't worry.
Guys,
Bad Batch is over. This was the last episode it'll ever release. So
but
Ever?
seriously, guys,
yeah.
go buy Diablo 4. We'll be talking about it, the new season in August when it drops.
Yeah, yeah. We. Wait.
Jordan's just like
Okay.
caught in a
Wait.
time loop.
I want to know. This is the last. They aren't making any more Bad Batch.
Nope. The final episode ended with it, and it was like,
Well, don't
this is
spoil
it.
it. But
Well, I'm not, but it was like, yeah, this is
holy
it.
shit,
I was like,
that's kind of
oh.
crazy, man. Because people fucking love the Bad Batch. Like,
Well, like me personally, I'm glad that they ended it with how they ended it.
you know,
Because it just
in 2
What?
months, I'm gonna ask you how it ended. Okay.
Okay.
On the podcast, so because I don't have I won't have the time to watch it, but I definitely want to know what's up.
Hey, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's Hank. He wants to know no more Bad Patch.
Yep, no more Bad Patch.
Is that what you guys
No
call
more
it?
Bad Patch.
Is it
Bad
the Bad
Patch?
Patch?
Yeah, the Bad Patch. It patches you up, you know. It patches you up very horribly, you know. It's called the Bad Patch.
So it's like still pursuing its doctorates.
Yeah, it's also like Admiral Thong, like Lord of all Dark Frames.
I thought it was Admiral. I thought it was Admiral Prawn, like a big shrimp, big Sith Empire shrimp, just fucking
Admiral
murdering
Prawn?
people.
I would pay
Yeah.
to see that. This is like, why isn't this a thing? You know, bake
It
food
probably
out of the
exists.
Star Wars characters.
Exactly.
What
I mean,
would
Admiral
Obi-Wan be?
Akbar is like a fucking giant squid or something. So
It's Admiral Calamari.
yeah.
Obi-Wan, the child chaser. That's what he would be in the
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
the
series.
What do you mean by that?
No.
In the Obi-Wan
What do you
series,
mean
he's
by
chasing
that?
Leia.
Okay, no. Okay,
What do
look.
you?
Just because he became an old man on the desert that perved on a kid for like 12 years does not mean that Obi-Wan is a...
She didn't perv a kid. What the? He's not Drake, okay? Like Jesus Christ. Like what? Obi-Wan the child chaser. See, this is why they
Sorry.
this is why they shouldn't have sold the fucking Disney. Because then I would have never had to have heard Obi-Wan the child chaser come out of Micah's fucking mouth. Jesus.
Look, all he did was sit in the desert and watch a kid for like 12 years. Okay, that happens with Obi-Wan, apparently. The child chaser.
When Obi-Wan does it, it's okay. When I do it, I go to jail. Fucking
Exactly.
bullshit. Jesus.
Now that I'm 18, I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I kind of hope you
yeah.
never did it in the first place, but we'll move on.
It was just a child watching a child before, so yeah, Mike.
Exactly.
Now that you're 18, you can go to jail for that. So
Hashtag
welcome to the real world.
Cancel Crook 2024.
Do you have anything else on Bad Batch, brother?
No, that's pretty much it without spoiling anything. So,
what's going on here?
okay, next thing is Star Wars: The Skeleton Crew. Nobody entirely knows about it, except for it's mainly going to be a bunch of kids trying to survive, from my understanding. And I don't know, I kind of just added it to it because it's more just Star Wars news, and I don't really know much about it. But it's supposed to come out this year. Haven't seen anything about it though, so.
Man, it's almost like Star Wars: The Skeleton Information Crew.
I know, right?
You
Bill
know,
did.
I would love for Star Wars to like do a series where you get to learn more about like just the normal people living in the universe, you know? Like kind of like the Belters and everything. But I don't know. Okay, so another show with children in it essentially.
Yep, pretty much.
Honestly,
Damn.
I want to see a Star Wars series where like a dude goes home at the end of the day and plays a game about a guy being an accountant in America.
What?
Because we're always playing games about Jedi, you know, it's like...
Do you think America exists in the Star Wars universe?
Actually, let me push my glasses up my nose.
Oh shit.
And lay
you brought out Nerd Kenny.
And lay out some dirt on you all, okay? If you look at Star Wars Episode 2, you will very clearly see the ETs within the Star Wars Senate helping Admiral Padme. Now, if you think about that, that means that E.T. landed on our planet and had magical powers. So you could almost say that E.T. was a Jedi.
Oh, are you serious? E.T.'s in episode 2?
Yeah, you actually see him as like one of the you see his species represented on the Galactic Senate.
Huh.
I'm guessing that after E.T. landed on our planet, he actually told the Empire, was like, blow this planet up, please.
Yeah.
They put me in a fight.
Yeah, come fucking blow these fuckers up.
And that's why you never see America in Star Wars. It's because they blew it up.
This wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
E.T. acted all nice to that kid. He was like, nope, this planet sucks. After he left.
Actually, knowing our planet, they'd probably try to strike a deal with fucking Palpatine.
Yeah, I was about to say, I bet Palpatine. There's now it's now canon that like Palpatine and Trump were homies at one
point. So true. See, and now we brought it back around.
Yep. Well, cool. Are you good to move on?
Yeah. Now, my next thing is Ahsoka Season 2. There has been rumors about it, and it's most likely going to happen. And it's also...
that kind of looks like Andor.
I went ahead. Yeah. Never mind, Andor Season 2. I skipped ahead. What do you expect? There's 2 A's there, okay? I can't read minds.
Did Ahsoka
But yeah,
transition? I mean, like, what's happening here?
yeah, she became a guy. It's
Okay.
I
alright.
mean,
No,
it could just be another character from the show. That's what I assumed.
exactly.
So you have to go.
But no, this is supposed to be Andor season 2. There's supposedly rumors about it. Don't know much more about it. It's another kind of like
Okay.
Star Wars skeleton crew. They haven't
All
really
right.
entirely like been like, hey, this is what we're doing. Hey, yeah,
Oh, that's good.
but
You're delivering news to the homies. I like it, man.
yeah,
No, you're scouring the depths of the internet. Um, cool.
yeah. So okay, I
He's
can
kind of
switch
cute.
now.
What do you rate him on a scale of 1 to 10?
What?
Crook, you go first.
Let's see. Andor, he's dashing. He's got that roguish
Yeah,
appeal.
dude.
He looks good. So, but you can't really just give anybody a 10. I'd probably
No.
give him like an 8
Mm.
or a 9.
Yeah, I
Right
would.
up there
I
with
would.
Poe.
Yeah, dude. He's got that like Pedro Pascal kind of face. Like it's like where it's like I don't know. Like you saw him on the street, you wouldn't be like that guy's like handsome, but then like you really like him. You're like, yeah, dude, he's pretty handsome.
But then you're like, hey,
Oh,
I could probably start some shit with that dude. He looks like he's
yeah.
ready to
No, it's
throw
like we
down.
could be
What's
homies.
are we
Yeah.
dating Star Wars men now? What?
No, I just wanted to know your opinion, man. Come on, don't make
I
it
haven't
weird.
watched Endor, so I mean,
You haven't
I don't
seen
know.
Andor?
No,
I
you know
haven't
what?
even finished Ahsoka yet. Okay.
Andor's the best fucking Star Wars show out there since Rogue One. God damn, I'm fucking.
Brooke, I haven't seen it either. So, but I think you
I
probably
hate all
expect
of
that
you.
out of me. I'm sorry.
Well, Kenny, have you watched whatever show I suggested a while ago?
Yeah, did you watch
Oh, the
Ninjago?
Ninja Turtles show
Oh, you
yet? Have
didn't?
you watched?
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
watched 2012 Ninja Turtles yet?
I can probably say the story of a Republic spy who does
So
not want
that's
to
a
be a
no.
Republic spy doing shit that does not make him look good is probably a little bit better than Ninja Turtles. You
I'm
should go watch
offended.
Andor.
That's a bold
You should go
statement.
watch the Ninja Turtles.
Have you seen Cyberpunk yet?
No, because my mom, as I was explaining to Jordan, Netflix subscription was actually canceled a while ago. So I've been watching Netflix off my mom's account, and I personally do not want to watch Cyberpunk on my mom's account in case my siblings get curious, because one of the first scenes involves sex
Well, actually,
in
my
VR.
my Netflix
So
account got canceled too, and so I'm using my mom's Netflix account, and I don't really want to watch Ninja Turtles on my
I
mom's
mean, good
Netflix
thing it's
account
on Voodoo.
in
I mean,
case
good thing it's on Voodoo.
in case
You
my
know.
dad gets curious and decides to watch Ninja Turtles.
Y'all are fucking wild. Nah, Micah's got a point though. A little, he does have a point, but he could just go watch it illegally on a streaming site. So I don't know.
I mean, I could. The
Yeah.
last time I did that, I accidentally clicked on one of the female ads. And it was like, nah, nope, I'm good.
Accidentally, the man says.
30 minutes later, this was a mistake.
We'll carry. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what you were originally talking about when we
Ahsoka
first went to
season
Andor.
2. Again, rumors, because, I mean, yeah. It's also not entirely been confirmed yet, but I'm guessing this one is most likely going to happen. Also, Lord of all Door Frames, I have seen the Star Wars Zombie game because we didn't entirely answer that question. I just haven't played it.
Wait, is Lord of the? Is he talking about the fan made one?
What
Oh,
Star
I
I
Wars
can't
can't
read
zombies?
remember.
chat, so. But we'll carry on. Lord can answer me.
Probably the Death Troopers one. Fan made, yeah.
Yeah,
He
it's
said
fan made. Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. It looks kind of crazy. It's cool what some devs can do.
Look,
But
Ahsoka season 2 has to be made because there was that scene in Ahsoka 1 that cemented a sequel, and that was when Sabine leaned over while going down the road really quick. And you just got that beautiful fucking view of her ass. So I'm just like, season 2 is already in the can, and I mean that in a fucking. I got nothing.
But yeah, also another thing is if Ahsoka season 2 does happen, it's rumored to lead to the next Star Wars movie, which moving on to the next Star Wars movie is going to be called Mandalorian and Grogu. That's supposed to be the next movie in progress.
Movie?
So,
Like they're gonna
yeah.
go to theaters?
Yep, they're going to take Mandalorian and Grogu to theaters.
Dude.
Let's just hope
Okay.
they don't screw it up. That's my thing. Because for some
mean-
reason Disney sucks with the movies, but doesn't suck with the TV shows.
That's because Disney follows the same formula. Mark my words. This is what's going to happen. Mandalorian and Grogu are going to go off on some adventure. They're going to get caught into something a little bit bigger than they think they should be. It's going to end up fighting this big war. The enemies are going to win for a little bit, and it's going to look to us like everyone's going to lose. But then out of nowhere, some fucking cameo side character is going to come in and save the day alongside the Mandalorian, and they're going to win.
Dude, now
Yeah.
the Mandalorian is gonna die in the movie, and you're gonna be wrong.
And then that's how he
Actually, yeah, that would
became
be stuff.
Joel in The Last of Us, so I'd be okay with that too.
Yeah.
And
That's
then we'll
cool.
move on because I don't
Well,
really have much more.
is this about the movie?
Yeah, it was mainly just the Ahsoka and Mandalorian and Grogu were did. So we
Oh.
kind of just I was talking about Mandalorian and Grogu because yes, that's part of the movie. The next thing is Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. We can always count on Lego Star Wars being funny, which clearly they're gonna make it funny because they're bringing back Jedi Bob from an old Lego set from a while back. He was the original story is he was a Jedi that a random Jedi called Jedi in a random Lego set for Star Wars. And that was pretty much it. And everybody was just like, "Oh, this is Jedi Bob."
And so he's
And
getting his own
then
show?
yes,
Hmm.
but the whole reason behind the Rebuild the Galaxy is it's kind of like the multiverse a little bit, which they're including a Sith, like a black man. Shoot, Milano. No, not Milano. Manelian Falcon. There we go.
Moana?
Yeah, sure. They're making a black Manelian Falcon for and the main character that drives that is going to be Darth Jar Jar. So you get to see evil Jar Jar as a Sith Lord.
I would 100% buy a black Millennium Falcon set.
Well, supposedly that's actually going to be a Lego set.
Wait,
Well,
are
of
you
course it
serious?
is. Yes.
Darth Jar Jar?
Yes, they're
They're called
making an evil Jar Jar Binks.
Okay,
It's
but
a
it's
Sith
not
Lord.
Jar Jar Binks.
It
It's
is
the
Jar Jar
multiverse
Binks.
of him.
He's
How
a
do,
Yeah.
he's
it's
a
not the multiverse.
Gungan or whatever, a Gungan.
Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. Listen,
Well,
okay.
no, here's how it's the multiverse because it's the whole entire galaxy is collapsing on itself and then rebuilding itself. That's like the whole.
Oh, so it is actually Jar Jar Binks.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he's a Sith Lord. Have you never heard that fan theory?
It's a. I don't even think it's a fan theory. I think it's canon.
It is canon.
100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense that a fucking dumb fish could you just I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
There's no way a dumbass can stumble his way through 3 fucking films, end up taking the seat of Padme Mayberry, and vote on behalf of Naboo. Like,
Yeah.
there is no way
He's
that
not
happened.
dumb as Steve says. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
He's not. Well, okay. He's not dumb, but he's clumsy. And
I also think. Oh, go ahead.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
think
Sorry,
Naboo would put him in charge of their planet. Like, he doesn't exactly have. Okay. Actually, Siebes, I'm on your side. And hear me out. Jar Jar isn't dumb. Jar Jar is incredibly smart. Because Jar Jar is a Sith Lord. Because every single event that sidelined the trilogy of films and escalated the war can be traced back to him. He gave the power of authority to Emperor Palpatine. I mean, like, and I can come up with other excuses, but
I
I'm not
believe
gonna.
it. I haven't watched those 3 movies yet, but I believe it.
What?
I know.
What the fuck? Okay.
Micah, wait, really?
You haven't
Yeah,
seen Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, but you've seen The Bad Batch?
I grew up with Luke Skywalker, so it just weirds me out watching,
It,
because I watched a little bit of the first one. It just kind of weirds me out. I don't know why, but
What? Luke has
that's
nothing to
very
do with the first one.
that's very interesting, honestly, because like I grew up with like essentially 1, 2, and then 3 whenever it did come out, like as I was a teenager. But like I had watched the originals, but like I didn't really know like what was going on because I was like a young kid. But it's crazy that you've never watched 1, 2, and 3, but you watched 4, 5, and 6.
And The Bad
yeah,
Batch.
basically my dad was just, well, like, my stepdad. He was like, "Hey, we got these movies. We're just gonna watch them one day," and then we watched all 4, 5, and 6 back
Yeah,
to back. I
yeah,
just kind of grew up liking that.
that's
So
kind of nuts.
Well, Micah, 1, 2, and 3 sucked when it first came out, but then 7, 8, and 9 dropped, and we realized how good 1, 2, and 3 actually were. Because compared to good shit, they're actually just
Oh
trash.
yeah, oh yeah. I
if you
debatably
want,
though, 2 and 3 have the best like lightsaber fighting ever.
Oh,
So
100%.
like yeah,
well,
which
like,
is
I haven't
the
even
redeeming thing
seen
for me. Go ahead.
the Clone Wars yet, and I've watched the Bad Batch. Okay.
I
Dude,
don't. You're just creating your own Star Wars order.
Crook, do you
What's
remember when
happening?
they first released the animated like Clone Wars series? The
Yes.
one that was like 5 minutes long, like they were shorts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No. What? You're talking about the Tarvatsky films. The
Yeah,
one.
like they were all really short, like they were 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it was Gennady Tarvatsky, I think it is. The guy who created
Yeah,
Samurai Jack made them.
yeah, dude, I can't tell you how disappointed as a child though I was when I saw ads for all of them, and then I watched them and I was like, well, and I even looked at it on the TV guide because I was like, why is it listed like as this like tiny little slot? And and I remember watching the first one and being like, "This is the fucking best," and then it ended, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, why are they only 5 minutes long? Like my little pea brain
And
child mind couldn't.
nowadays, you'd be
Yeah,
like, God, it's 5 minutes long. I don't have time
yeah.
for that.
I don't fucking have time for this. Yeah, I gotta go change another diaper or you know contemplate my life.
You know
Um,
what's great for dads? Just overall,
what?
Diablo 4. Okay, it's a very easy game to jump into and out of whenever you want. All right, it requires no effort.
He's not even a dad, so I wouldn't take that advice from him.
You can use logic, but that's pretty funny though. But yeah, no, those were really good though. Also talking about those, if you ever the show Primal is also made by the same guy. Very good, very good. But yeah, well, cool. Do you want to move on
Well, actually, I have a couple more things.
for
As I
Lego Star
said
Wars?
earlier.
Micah
Yeah,
hasn't
for
seen The
Leia Star Wars.
Godfather 1 and 2, but he loves 3. Look, you gotta
I've
watch
never seen The Godfather.
all the Star Wars films, okay?
Okay, fine.
After you watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Like, I think you could get away with Star Wars more than you could Cyberpunk Edge Runners. But yeah.
Wow. Opinion much?
Because I know Cyberpunk. There are dildos everywhere in Cyberpunk. You can't walk 5 feet without picking up a fucking dildo in that game. I love
I
the
think that
game,
says a
though.
lot more about you than it does the game, to be honest.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
but
just love fucking dildos in Cyberpunk, so it's like my
Uh,
favorite thing.
Mike, go ahead.
yeah.
Go
But
ahead,
along
brother.
with Darth Jar Jar, we get Jedi Darth Vader, who's just literally a white Darth Vader. Like
Oh,
same clothes, same everything, just white.
that's cool.
Yeah. He was shown in the rumored Lego set for the Black Millennium Falcon with Darth Jar Jar. He kind of just sat there in the character list. But
Hmm.
so it's gonna be interesting. But yeah. Okay, I'll move on now. Now we're going to the old talks for all the old people here. Including me, don't worry. My first movie on the old talks is Solo. One I actually saw, and I enjoyed it. I know. I think Kenny liked it too.
I like
Guessing because
Solo.
he's talked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was good too. I think people gave it too much criticism.
yeah,
I think everyone expected him to be Harrison Ford, but you know, Disney can only work miracles for about 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
then
yeah.
and then it's got to be an old ass Harrison Ford. Like he did a good
It's
job
kind of
as
like
young Han
Mark
Solo.
Hamill. Like if you looked at Mark Hamill's like AI generated face in The Mandalorian, it was weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like it's okay. There's something called the uncanny valley, Micah, and that's when computer meets reality. But our brains are so fucking hardwired to see like human faces that we'll look for imperfections. And typically we'll find it. It's when you're looking at like AI artwork or digitally de-aged person, we see it. We can't quite place what it is, but we know it's there.
Or skinwalkers.
Or skinwalkers.
Where's Jamar? Yeah. But yeah, so I had to add Solo on there because
Yeah.
it's one I watched. And now my next one is Rogue One, which I actually also enjoyed
Rogue One is awesome.
too.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Rogue One was really good.
another show that's a lot like Rogue One.
I'm sure. Isn't Endor in there too? Like he's in Rogue
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Then we got the original trilogy and the prequel
Yeah,
trilogy.
but how can you
That's
put this on here when you haven't seen them?
What do you do? Yeah, what
well,
is this?
I said old talks and I said for the old people. That includes you two.
The old people?
The
Listen,
old people.
listen, Zoomer,
I'm
okay?
sorry.
You wouldn't have the fucking Bad Batch if you didn't have 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3. You need to go watch the goddamn trilogies, and then we can talk old people talk.
Yeah, dude. Okay. It was my birthday yesterday. I turned just 31. Okay, I'm not that old.
Oh, happy
Please,
birthday!
thank you, old man.
Well, late birthday technically, but happy birthday!
Hold on, I
I
gotta go
appreciate
yell
it.
at some kids to get off my lawn. I'll be right back.
See, I'm better than Kenny because I actually said happy birthday, but he hasn't yet. I know it.
Wait, was it your birthday yesterday?
Yeah, it was actually. But no, I don't tell people. Like, I don't like. I'm not a big birthday guy.
Happy birthday,
But
Jordan.
thank
Yeah,
you, brother.
You know
Thank
what?
you.
I dedicate my section to you.
his
Oh,
anger,
thank you. Yeah.
super angered out
Yeah,
section.
all the when I ranted and raved at Bethesda and Microsoft and PlayStation, I was like ranting and raving at you, buddy.
I mean, the best part was when you told me you got banned from Reddit. So I'm just honestly still riding that high, brother. Like nothing better than that.
It
Your
lives
So,
birthday
today.
gift was him being banned from Reddit.
well, no, it just makes me feel good to know that there's somebody else who gets repeatedly banned from something because I get chat banned and banned from Rocket League like every single week at this
Wait,
point.
Rocket League?
Yeah, I'm not the kindest person to talk to in Rocket League.
Ah,
So
a fellow redditor, huh?
yeah. It turns out it's not kosher to tell the other team to kill themselves constantly. So
Oh, yeah. I
learned
mean, you
that the
can do
hard
that in
way.
Fortnite, but like,
But
you
I
can't
have a
do it in
couple.
Rocket
I have
League.
a couple Smurf accounts, so I still play around it. So
I got banned for telling someone to climb their ego and jump to their IQ on Reddit.
Jesus
So
Christ, that's so much. That's so much more like like creative than what I do, that's honestly amazing.
Jordan's over here saying KYS.
Yeah, I mean that's all I drop in there, and then I get the chat ban, and then I actually take a screenshot and I post it, and I'm like, hell yeah, brother! Like I got another. Like it's just a badge of honor.
So, to catch up with chat real quick, Lord of Old Door Frames actually made a good point. Uncanny Valley suggests that at some point, there was at some point a reason for humans to be afraid of something that looks human but isn't a human. That fits really well with Crook and Murder.
I don't want to talk about it too much because I am very susceptible to paranormal and stuff like this, and I'm not allowed to talk about this stuff after 10 o'clock.
You
Otherwise,
literally found like the one ghost in the forest.
I know, dude. That shit
Everyone else was
sucked.
searching for it. You're
That
just
shit
like,
sucked, dude. Yeah, and like it's so funny because you're so enthusiastic, and I'm just like, yo, I'm here having fun. I just want to hike through the woods at night, and then this fucking ghost, dude. Just yeah, that shit scares the fuck out of me, dude. I gotta stop looking at stuff
Can
like
you
then
that.
remind me to tell you the ghost story that happened at my work like several years ago? Tell you about that. It's actually kind of cool.
we should do an episode of Crook and Murder where we just collect ghost stories.
I got a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Siebes,
join it if I can, if you want me to.
Is there
Special
yeah
guest it.
other chat?
there is. Siebes says, I actually played Rocket League when I very first got my PC. And someone told me to throw my computer in the garbage, so I haven't played since. That sounds like Rocket League. It was probably
Yeah,
Jordan.
yeah. No, I don't say so. I wouldn't ever say anything that nice. So it probably
That
wasn't me.
nice.
Yeah, that's a little nice. Rocket League honestly just brings the worst person out of me. So it's very few games do that.
The only reason I will actually play Rocket League is because I actually spent money on it. Plus, Fortnite actually connects its cars to Rocket League, so you can actually get those cars once you buy them in Fortnite. But I bought Lightning McQueen in Rocket League
I bought Lightning McQueen too, brother. I'm with you.
because
There's
so
nothing
like
better than beating somebody in Rocket League and telling them the KYS while playing as Lightning McQueen. So it just such a good feeling. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
oh, you're good. That's pretty much just what it was.
Cool.
That's how I get with laser tag. Last time I went, I told a 6-year-old to fuck off. See, Siebes.
Seriously?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Who said
Oh, I'd
that?
love to play
Siebes.
laser tag with you if you're
Steve.
telling 6-year-olds.
I'd just push the kid over and be like, bap, you're dead.
No, I got a soft spot for like younger people. I wouldn't do that.
I
I
do
don't know.
too.
I think it's
You
because
know?
I was a coach, though. Like I couldn't say something like
That's
that.
why
If
I
it's
just
my
clothesline them.
siblings,
If you're an
if it's my
adult, though, oh,
siblings,
go ahead.
or
Go ahead.
oh, if it's my siblings, then I'll completely do that. If it's not, I will be a little bit nicer.
I'm literally a daycare teacher. I'm allowed to be all mean at a little mean to them. Sometimes kids need a little bit of mean.
Yeah.
Just not your mean, Kenny. Just not your
Eh,
mean. Stand down.
You know what? That's true.
no, I
That's
agree
probably
Okay.
true.
with that though, because I mean, I don't know. Like you gotta have to. There's societal norms and stuff, and if people don't, if you disobey them or don't do them, people should kind of be like, "Yo, that was fucked up. Don't do that," right? But sometimes it's stern talking too. But yeah, let's carry this on. Is
Okay.
there anything else? Oh,
There's the Clone Wars. I got the Clone Wars, of course. The other show I haven't watched. Okay. Don't judge me. Still getting to it. Um, yeah, I figured I'd add that to old talks. And then I put the most Star Wars thing ever on the next slide. And that's Darth Poole and Wolverine. It's coming out in 2 months in
Um,
July. Can't wait for it.
Micah,
You know? What?
that's Ray Skywalker.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I'm
That's
happy with it because it's Deadpool messing with Ray's thing. I would like to see that.
that's not Wolverine.
Wait, is this real? I think Wolverine's dead
No,
in the
it's not
bottom
real.
left corner.
This is just somebody drew this. I still
Oh,
found it
okay.
on the internet.
I thought this
I
was
was
real
like,
for a second. Like they were gonna release something like this. I was like, Marvel's truly fucking lost it. Like they have truly just.
yeah, well, the best part is Deadpool. I couldn't add this to the slide because the picture was actually like poster sized going upwards. And it actually shows the full picture shows Deadpool with a red lightsaber that's shaped like a gun.
Hell yeah. You know, I have high hopes for this film because my expectation. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. My expectations for the film are this: Deadpool and Wolverine for 2 hours just rip on each other. That's it. That's all I want. If it goes beyond that, perfect. But as
Have you
long
When
as
seen the
does
it
new
nail
clip
when does
for
it
it?
come out?
In July,
in July.
beginning
Okay.
of July.
Alright.
But there's actually this clip where it actually shows Deadpool landing onto Wolverine, and Deadpool's like, "Hold on, let me do this." Wolverine's like, "What are you doing down there?" He's like, "I'm trying to get my knife out of your ass." And Wolverine's like, "Oh," and then Deadpool stands up. He's like, Get your head out of my pants, dude." Wolverine's like, "Oh,
I hope it's good so that Hugh Jackman didn't ruin because I loved Logan's ending, so it's interesting.
Well, I
But
was like, okay, you're right. Logan was actually the best way they could have ended Wolverine.
yeah,
And there was really only one reason to bring back Hugh Jackman, and that would be a Deadpool. Now,
that's true.
they're circumventing it in a sense by making this not the same Wolverine.
yeah."
Okay,
He's from a different multiverse.
Well,
okay,
the whole story concept supposedly is the TVA breaks into Deadpool's house. This is at least from what everybody has been saying. Tells Deadpool, "Hey, would you like to join an actual group of heroes?" Shows the Avengers and all that. And then they're like, "You know what? Your world's also ending." And then Deadpool's like, "What?" And then goes to he finds Wolverine, whose world also supposedly ended. And he's like, "Dude, how do you stop your world from ending?" That's everyone. That's like the summary of what everybody's figured out so far through the trailers. So we
okay.
don't entirely know how the storyline's gonna go, but that's so far what it's leading towards. That everybody has put together. So we don't even know if that's the actual storyline or not. But yeah,
Hmm. Okay. Shit. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be. I mean, Ryan Reynolds does a good job. So
yeah,
He nails it, and Disney apparently allowed them to go hard R. So it's like, as long as it sticks to the typical Deadpool guns, gore, and cuss words, uh,
yeah.
it'll be fine by me.
yeah, I
Well,
agree with that. But the thing I'm also excited for is how much Deadpool's going to roast Disney and the fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall. That's gonna be fun.
I truly hope he does roast both them and Fox and pretty much everybody.
Yeah,
Like nothing should be off the table. And if you want to bring Kathleen Kennedy into it, I'm fully on board with that too.
yeah. So this is an exciting film to wait for. Okay, now I will move on to my last one for the special movie of the month, and that is Spaceballs. I've actually never watched this movie either,
What the
how can you
fuck?
make
but
it
I
your
figure,
special movie? What you
This is my
can't put so many
special.
things you've never watched in your.
okay, well, I can't like do other things because I decided to go full Star Wars this round. So I
Okay.
mean, yeah,
Okay. I feel you.
like Darth Pool and Wolverine. That's kind of like that. That's Star Wars, you know. So like,
Got you. That's how you put the twist on it.
I
Okay.
am.
I
Oh,
see why you did
I'm
what you
coming up
did.
there next week. We're gonna take a fucking day and watch some goddamn films. Spaceballs is 100% gonna be on there, especially if you've seen 4, 5, and 6. You have
well,
seen
you
4,
know,
5, and
my
6, right?
12-year-old brother has actually seen it before me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Micah, you remember that time when we sat down and watched the entirety of Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
It's
That
gonna
was
be
actually
like
kind
that.
of fun.
So it's almost like these boomer movies are actually kind of good. We're gonna watch Spaceballs.
Okay. But yeah,
I
that's it for me. Or well, sorry, Jordan.
no, you're good. No, cool. Yeah, I was gonna ask if the so we'll move on.
No.
So I still haven't changed the date in here, so it's just gonna keep saying November over and over again.
I think that should
I'm
just be
I'm
a tradition. I think that should just be a
I'm
tradition.
honestly fucking amazed with myself. I add all these slides and try to generate content, and I keep fucking forgetting to change the fucking month.
Please keep
Um,
that date all the way up until
yeah,
November,
it's
and then
just gonna
change it.
stay. It's just
You
gonna
should
stay. It forever. It's gonna be November.
You know,
So
you
a
should be like
clock is
November 1999.
a clock is right twice a day, and Jordan's slide is right once a year.
once a year. Yeah, we'll do two
Jay
podcasts
Gaze.
in. Oh, what did Jay Gaze say?
Oh, he said, "Oh great, November again."
It's just a
Yeah,
rehash.
sorry. I'm just going over November stuff again. Well, it's because it was copied over. Okay, whatever. I have a bunch of excuses. Um. So yeah, no, I actually went ahead and because I bought all of Invincible digitally, fuck, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I read about 36 chapters and then just stopped. Didn't stopped reading it. Um, and I finally decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna read all of it. So I just sat down one night and read probably like 40 or 50 chapters, and then the next night read the rest. And dude, I'm really excited to see the show because the show has already veered off a little bit and showed some other stuff. But they're, I really like the way the show's going. They changed some of the pacing up. But honestly, the comic is great. Like, if you like superhero stories, Invincible does a great job. You guys, neither of you have seen the show, have you?
Nope. All I know is that Fortnite has a cameo in it.
Yeah, of course it does. At
Listen,
this point,
Yeah,
Micah would take the time to watch Invincible, or the
I
Star Wars
would.
prequels, or Spaceballs, or the Clone Wars.
Well,
Uh,
actually, Invincible, I've actually like it's close. It's getting like my list of shows is actually getting closer to Invincible as I finish more series
but
because Invincible has actually interested me.
first he has to rewatch the entirety of Ninjago
and Tangled.
and
I got like
Tangled.
halfway through that. You got halfway through Ninjago in about a week.
Which tells me you are fully capable of watching all these things, but you
He is
Well,
fully
yeah.
not to.
capable.
But you choose
No,
not to.
because it was on my mom's account.
Yeah,
Again, my
you wouldn't
brothers
want
watch Ninjago every single day. So when you have
no
little
you
brothers that you've convinced to watch Ninjago, you literally watch the series probably like actually all the series about like 20 times
bro. I'm not able
in
to
a
convince
month.
anybody in my family to watch anything I watch, so that's pretty wild.
You know what? That's a good point.
Um,
Convince your brothers to watch Frozen.
I mean,
I suffered with that.
I like
My
Frozen.
sisters
yeah, I was about to say, what's wrong with Frozen? I like Frozen.
I've only seen Frozen once though.
Frozen is a good movie. It's just my sisters loved it. That means every single day, every 2 hours, we would have to watch Frozen.
Sorry, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, they probably hear you talking about Ninjago or the Bad Batch every 2 hours. So I mean,
No, I
If
you
don't
know,
talk to them about that stuff
see,
because every time I
Jay
talk to them
Gazes,
about it now.
Jay Gazes proudly knows all the words because he said, if you've had daughters, you know all the words too. You know,
And
yeah.
if you have sisters, you know all the words.
well then
That
you should
movie
be
has been
excited about
engraved
it
in
like
my
Jay
memory.
Gazes is.
And then I had a nightmare that Leonardo froze in ice because of Elsa when I was younger.
Well then just bring him back with tears. That's how Disney taught us.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So
sorry,
we're
we
gonna.
derailed Jordan.
I'm reeling this in. Yeah. No, but overall, it's the comics are awesome. It's crazy. The comics started. You. This is nuts, Crook. Invincible Chapter 1 came out before The Walking Dead did.
Really?
Yeah, Invincible is
Wow.
older
I've
than The
actually never
Walking
watched
Dead
The Walking
comics.
Dead either.
It's
But
older than the comics, not the show. It's literally older than the Walking Dead comics, and it
oh,
it ran all the way to 2018. Invincible literally ended 6 years ago.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like and it was kind of nuts, and it's nuts to read the first volume all the way to 2018. But for anybody who's watched it in here, all my homies hate fucking show Amber. So this is the same character, but the one on the right is Amber in the show, and the one on the left is Amber in the comics. This is like Mark's first girlfriend in the series, and the one on the right, they did something weird, dude. They essentially like Mark's always having to ditch out on dates and stuff like that to go be a fucking superhero. Um, and the Amber on the left is like, what the fuck? Mark's always ditching on me. Like he must be cheating on me and stuff. And
Peter Parker
Amber on the
moment.
right does the same thing. What'd you say?
Peter Parker moment.
Yeah, basically. And then he does end up telling them, "Hey, I'm a superhero." And the one on the left goes, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry for how much of an asshole I've been to you about this." The one on the fucking right is like, I don't give a fuck. I figured that shit out, and you're just an asshole. Like you need to prioritize our relationship. And she literally tries to compare working in a fucking soup kitchen to stopping fucking asteroids from hitting the planet, or
Seriously.
like Mark fucking like there are constantly things trying to destroy Earth in the show, and Mark is stopping it. And essentially she's like, well, you just don't prioritize me. And so that's one change they made.
Prioritize?
Yeah,
Bitch, if I didn't
that's
stop the goddamn meteor, there wouldn't
yeah,
be a fucking soup kitchen.
yeah,
Not
exactly.
gonna
And
lie. If she did that and I was a hero, that's when I'd turn to the dark side and just whack.
yeah. Well, and what's funny is there is actually a multiverse in Invincible as well. But they didn't copy anybody because that shit came out in like 2003. So Invincible basically invented the multiverse, by the way. So just so you guys know, that's original content I just came up with. So
Wait, in
before anybody goes,
2003?
dude, they fucking
I'm gonna have to argue with that.
the
Because
angstrom
Marvel came up with the multiverse way before that.
when
Stanley.
in 2003. Oh, with the
No, like,
comics,
yeah,
is
the
there
comics.
multiverse comics in the like old
Isn't
comics?
there?
Oh, this guy doesn't even know. You're just
What
saying
the
shit.
fuck? Look,
Are there?
actually, the string theory was first conceived in the late
Nah,
1960s.
I would believe it though. I bet you there is some Marvel. I bet you the multiverse did exist before. So you're
Sorry, I
right.
just had to have my Kenny moment, you know? I gotta
No,
pull out that
you're
Kenny
right
moment.
because they probably copied it because there is like a moment in Invincible where they actually do a bunch of cameos of like there's a character in Invincible that can open up portals, and he's a villain, and he sends Mark to these other like these other alternate realities. And so like there's a fake Spider-Man fighting like a fake Doc Ock. And
The funny thing is that was actually supposed to be Spider-Man, but then Marvel and well, Disney was like, nah. And so, well, no, it was Sony that was like, nah.
yeah,
Like, it was one of the Disney or Sony was like, no, we're not. You're not allowed to put Spider-Man in there. I'm sorry.
yeah.
And then there
Well,
was like a fan-made animation about it that they actually included Spider-Man into it.
yeah, well, and it's funny because a lot of the characters in Invincible, like they have a character called Darkwing, and he's basically Batman. Um, but yeah, but overall, all my homies hate Show Amber, fucking hate her. I, you know, I'm
I
I'm
already hate her.
I'm glad to see her gone. Yeah, but yeah, that's one of the biggest changes they made. They also like made a character gay early, which is kind of funny as I was really confused about it because I was like, why do they make this character gay in the show? And then later on in the comic, it's like, oh yeah, actually, I was just suppressing it. So I thought that was weird but I was like, oh, I guess it is from the comics. Because a lot of people were upset about that. And it's like, well, just read the comics a little bit further, buddy.
Well,
Like,
did the
they didn't change
comics
anything.
make him
Hmm?
gay because of the show?
No, the show came out in 2020.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they just did what typically shows do, and that shuffle events around.
No, they've definitely shuffled events around, but honestly, Robert Kirkman does it in a good way. I'm glad he shuffled some things around because it makes the story kind of flow a lot better. Like it's crazy, Invincible season 1 actually, like a lot of the stuff that happens, it takes place in like the first 30 chapters.
Hmm.
But the crazy part is the big twist in Invincible season 1, which I'm not going to ruin because like I don't want to ruin it. People should just go watch the show. Happened like on like chapter 9, which I was like, holy shit! Like the season, the show took the entire season to do this big arc, and I think it's because like Kirkman didn't see it as like a big deal when he did in the comics, and then later on realized like, oh, this is a fucking really big deal. Like we should probably make this happen a little bit later. So yeah, go check it out. Anybody who's watched the show knows what I'm talking about. But do you guys have any questions or anything? Like,
No.
Nope.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so this has been one of the sleeper shows. Like, I did not know I would like this show as much as I have because I thought this is just a
Giants
simple
back.
dungeon cooking show. And honestly, if you like D&D, you should watch this show. It's amazing. It talks about basically like these dungeons as being like ecosystems, but it's also a lot darker than I thought it would be too. And it's got a lot of fan service in it, which people really love. And you'll see a little bit. There was like it broke anime Twitter and Reddit with like a scene in like episode 17. People were like, "Bro, what the fuck?" Like they
Wait,
didn't have to go this hard. What? Oh, go ahead.
what type of what fan service? How do you mean?
Fan service. If you ever hear anybody talking about fan service in anime, it's titties and ass.
Okay,
So
so where's the
yeah,
show at?
yeah, it's on
what
Netflix,
what
dude.
episode is
Dude,
this?
it's episode 17, dude. It's so good. It's a slight spoiler, so anybody who doesn't want to be spoiled a little bit, like people who've never watched the show won't even recognize it and won't even remember it probably when they find. But like anybody who's currently watching, if you have not gotten to episode 17, turn away for like a minute or so, okay?
Yeah, guys.
But essentially, they one of the characters like becomes a chimera, and she's like, it's funny because when she comes down, she like hits the ground and her boobs just like go up and down, and like all of anime Twitter is like, what the fuck? Why did they need to animate this so fucking well? Like why did they do that?
Okay,
And so
so
it's
To drag somebody like Kenny into it.
does
basically
this does Netflix have like slow motion? Like, can you do it at like 0.5 speed?
you can honestly
Actually,
just look it up. People have
Asking
already
for a
slow
friend.
mode it.
funny enough, I'm pretty sure on the phone it is.
Okay, so I gotta look this up on the phone. What's it?
But I'm gonna go past it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to watch it. But yeah, like honestly, check out Delicious in Dungeon. It's so much more than just like some simple cooking show. It's dark as fuck. Like I've been really hyped, and honestly, I just started randomly watching one day. I was just like, "That's on fucking Netflix," and then I'm like, "Oh, the show's comforting. Like I'm gonna watch this show because it's comforting." And then after like episode 8 or 9, you're like, oh fuck, this is pretty dark. Like, they're
I
doing
love
dark
when
magic
shows
and
do that.
resurrecting people. Yeah. Um and I love dark shows. Like I'm, Berserk fan. Um but yeah. Is there anything in chat by the way?
Uh,
Phoebes is asking, says in air quotes, asking for a friend.
yeah, because he wants. They want to know. If he can
Also,
slow down that part. It's weird. I was like,
It's
okay, weirdo, but I'll ask this question. Sure.
yeah. Yeah.
wait, so Jordan, is the slide before the bear slide the same? Or no?
So this one?
The one with the lady with wings.
Yeah, what about her?
Is that like the scene you're talking about?
Yes.
We're just
Yeah.
all
Well, no.
punch
Yes
boxing
and
this.
yes and no. Yes and no. It's. I'll send you a video after this. Okay. And then all
Oh,
of a
okay.
sudden, and this will be the first anime I get Micah to watch because it has fan service. So
No, actually,
yeah.
I was interested before with like the whole cooking thing, and it's actually been like
But now
before
that it
my
has
Netflix
tits and
was
ass in it,
canceled.
it's a 9 out of 10.
Before my Netflix was canceled, I actually had it as on my list because I was like, you know what, fine. Listen,
Yeah.
Jordan.
It's good, and also like if your mom were to watch it, I don't. She'd probably she could potentially like it.
I mean, she'd
So
have to literally
it's
watch
not
17 episodes.
overly sexual. It's not like Cyberpunk. It's definitely not overly
Well,
sexual.
my entire family upstairs, because right now I'm in the basement, hates anime besides Pokemon.
That's
So
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
kind
I
of sad.
mean, I guess you are in Montana though, so that makes
I
sense.
also hated
Um,
anime for a while until like 2 years ago when I first started watching Ruby.
it's
But
so
yeah,
funny to me that people dislike anime. Like I don't know. It's a crazy thing, but I
I've
get it. I
seen
guess.
I've seen plenty of fan service anime, and I can say that a lot of it, it measures in quality, but they're generally pretty good.
I prefer my animes without a lot of fan service, to be honest. But
I
That's kind of what
actually
I
just
would
skip
prefer
straight to the
too.
fan service part.
yeah, like I understand it exists because sex sells, but like like my favorite animes do not have any fan service in them for the most part. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Unless
Wait,
you consider like big bulky men fan service. I
would
guess it just depends.
would you
What'd you say?
say would you say that Cowboy Bebop has fan service because of Faye
Yeah.
Valentine?
Yes, that is fan service.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
personally, I would prefer the without the fan service in shows just because
I used
like
to
I like
hate
to find
it.
a
Oh, go
what?
ahead. Go ahead.
I just like to find a show that's just like I can watch whatever, like in public. When you have fan service, it's like people could look over your shoulder and it's like, what are you watching?
Yeah,
It's like,
but think
oh,
about this, man. You watch Transformers, there's fucking fan service. You got Megan Fox
oh
fucking
yeah.
basically almost naked on top of a car, but nobody bats an eye, right? They're
See,
like,
this
this is
is
normal.
this is the
But
argument that you have on the bus that make people start to slowly back away from you.
yeah, now if you watch a show like Devilman Crybaby, where there's literally people fucking in it on the bus, I actually told my friends she should watch it, and she downloaded it for an airplane ride. Like she was flying, and she was like, "Why the fuck did you tell me to download this show for my airplane, dude?" Like, and it's a super weird show. But yeah, no, but I feel you. I used to hate fan service because I saw it as like kind of like holding animation back, like because I'm like I can't tell my family to watch this. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, you know what? I can appreciate the art. Like this is what some people want to draw.
You know,
They can draw it.
honestly, look, I'm on Jordan's side. I I hate fan service too. Okay, I am not. I'm not. You know what? I'm totally against it. Jordan, exactly what point in the episode does this occur? So I can bookmark it
So
and make
you
sure
can
that I skip it.
probably in like the first. It's like maybe between 5 and 10 minutes. So I
Okay,
got you, man.
I will find it tonight and make sure that it's just completely
You're an
blocked.
you're an animal. Well, do you guys have any questions about fan service or Delicious in Dungeon?
No?
Okay, keep checking chat for me. Since I can't pull it up. Thanks, guys.
Lord of All Frame says it's the fans, honestly. Since you said check that.
Yeah, yeah. The fans want it. A lot of people want it. Like when I went to anime conventions, I was actually rather surprised how many people showed up for like the hentai panels. Like you'd see people fucking lined out. I was not at them. Uh, I simply was walking through the hall and saw how many people were there. Okay,
So how many
okay.
times did you see Kenny in those lines?
Oh, Kenny would have been at the front.
Yeah,
Um, uh,
I know
I'm
how to
gonna, I'm
cut
gonna,
most lines. I'm pretty good at it.
I'm gonna
Well, I
move.
mean, you're short enough to do it. Nobody
Listen,
notices you.
listen,
Hey,
guys.
don't attack a man's stature.
Hashtag life hack. Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
it works in your favor to be a hobbit, not a fucking towering goddamn ant. All right, Micah.
I hate to break it
Second
to you,
of
but you're
all,
not a hobbit.
second of all, if you ever want to cut a line, this is how you do it. First, actually, it was mostly beer lines that I was really good at cutting. But you go up to them and you start talking to the person. Like, what was that? Okay, how did I do it? I would go up there and I'd start talking to the person in front. The person I was going to cut would be the person in front of me. I'd be like, hey man, how's the concert going? And they'd be like, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And then this happened once. Usually, the person behind you, the person you just cut, assumes you're with that person and is too polite to say anything. One time, I got called out. One time. There was a guy behind me, and he was like, hey, I don't think you're his friend. I'm pretty sure you're cutting the line. And that's when I was like, Weezer isn't coming to this goddamn concert today? They fucking canceled? And then everybody around me who was drunk was like, yeah, fuck this bullshit. Weezer was supposed to be here. And it started an uproar. And then the guy was like, you know what? That was pretty smooth. You can stay. That's
That's actually kind of funny that you did that.
that's how you cut a line.
Okay. Okay. I don't know when I'm gonna use that, but I appreciate it. The master class.
Also,
You should hit up master class and offer that as a course.
I hate that Kenny didn't teach me this when I was in middle school and elementary school. Like, come on, man.
You
It
didn't need
can't
it.
be it,
What were you going to cut? The fucking
it
cafeteria
can't
line?
it
Lunch
can't be taught.
line.
It can't be taught really though. It's instinct. It's nature.
Listen, man. One
You have to
must
be born
first
with
Like,
that.
learn how
like
to talk to people.
the best food at lunch in elementary and middle school was when you were in the front of the line.
I
It was a
mean,
fight for the front of the line. That's where the best food was,
if
okay?
you're fighting for shitty pizza, if you're fighting to get shitty pizza faster, at the end of the day, you're still getting shitty pizza. Micah, you use these skills for much better things. I can
Oh,
show
trust me,
you
I'm
the
gonna use.
way.
Now that you told me that, I'm gonna use that at DEF CON.
Yeah, I think you should. Also, um,
Flirt with girls.
other hashtag life hack: waffle cones without ice cream in them make a very good waffle cookie.
You're just now figuring that out?
Moving on.
They do. They do. Okay, I'm taking back over. So a new anime came out called Garuden, based off of a
Oh no.
manga. But are you all right, Micah?
Oh no, my computer just fell off my bed. We're
Oh,
good.
okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. But I checked out the first episode because I really enjoy animes that kind of have more realistic choreography for like fighting, like judo, jujitsu. It's okay. I mean, literally the main character kills a bear in like the first 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, this is definitely not going to be a more realistic one. And he like fucking uses a judo throw on it. That was fucking nuts. And I was like, this is cool, but I don't know. It's honestly the internet has not is like, yeah, this isn't very good. I didn't think so either. It's kind of weird. They animate the animals really well. Like all the animals in the show are really good looking, and all the fucking characters look like shit. And I'm like, this guy must really like drawing animals and nature. Um, so it's just strange. I should have honestly included like a picture of his face. He looked like it just looks honestly weird. And also, like the English voice acting is bad. I mean that's usually the case, but like it's really bad in this one. There was points where I was just like he would kind of like talk about his inner wolf, and I was like, this is so fucking cringy.
He's
Like
the alpha.
almost, dude. Like I expected his head to like fucking turn into a werewolf, like the fucking Snapchat filter,
You know
and
what?
start talking about how he's Sigma and shit.
I've got
But
down here in Utah, they actually have AlphaCon. It's like a legitimate con you can go to that's supposed to quote unquote teach you how to be an alpha. And it only cost somewhere in the 2 grand fucking range. with
Is
end.
it for furries?
Well,
I'm
that's
confused.
no, it's not for
Okay.
furries.
Doing stuff for first. Micah,
But
how sheltered were you growing up? Okay, I'm sorry. We're derailing Jordan. Jordan.
Jordan looks
I
like his
kind of
mind
wanted to
broke.
know what you meant by that. Like, is not knowing about furries sheltered or?
How does he know about furries, but he hasn't seen the fucking Star Wars prequels?
Well, okay, that's because TikTok. Like, I know Micah's on the furry
Everywhere.
side of TikTok. Like,
No,
I
no,
know
no.
Micah. I know
I'm on the
Micah well
furry
enough.
side. I'm on the furry side where it shows a giant hunking dude in armor holding a minigun, literally lighting up
Hell
furries.
yeah.
That's the
Okay.
side I'm on.
You
Okay.
know what,
I'm honestly glad to hear that, Micah.
Micah? If you're a furry, I love and respect your decision. I just so you know, I'm here for you, buddy.
What?
Well, honestly, Mike, I would just take that as a win that he would still love you even if you were a furry.
But not like
Because
in a weird way.
No, he
Like
wouldn't
I
love
would
me.
just
He would
accept
be
your
like,
furriness.
disclaimer: there's nothing wrong with furries. If you want to be a furry, be a furry. Like, be yourself. That's best advice here. Is just be who you want to be, brother.
You be
As long as it
you.
doesn't affect somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but yeah, essentially, I think the show's probably bad. I'm probably not going to keep watching it. But I'm reporting about it here. My next one is Kaiju number 8, and I talked about this before because I was pretty hyped for it, and this shit's good. This is good. Check it out if you like. There's really no mechs, which I was kind of hoping because there's Kaiju, but there's not a bunch of mechs because I fucking love mechs. But it honestly still scratches that itch. They essentially wear armor that's made out of kaiju that allows them to like kind of harness a power depending on how attuned they are to it. And it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. How it starts out is the main character is essentially like a kaiju cleaner. Like as soon as like the fucking squads have killed the kaiju, they have a cleaning crew that goes in to actually break them down, sell their body parts and whatnot, and repair the city. And so he's a kaiju cleaner that wants to become a kaiju hunter. He like failed the exams in the beginning. They don't actually really say why, which is weird now that I'm thinking about it. But he ends up saving one of his fellow cleaners, and he's in a hospital, and like a little like mosquito looking kaiju comes out of nowhere. It was like hiding on him, and it ends up like going in his mouth, and he becomes like a human kaiju hybrid. But I don't want to say more. Like that all happened in the first episode, so I'm not ruining too much. But it's really good. It's kind of like one of those shows where it's like the main character's hiding a secret, um, and whatnot, and he's kind of conflicted, and because if he shows the kaiju hunters, they're most likely gonna fucking just lock him up and experiment on him forever. So
You
it's
know,
like that.
you got okay. So to catch you up on chat, Lord of
Oh
Old Door
shit.
Frame says it's the fans that push people away from anime. What's your thoughts on that?
Fans that push people away from anime?
No, it's the fan. Okay, so
Oh, it's the fans that push people. Yes, 100%. 100%. Because most anime fans are fucking weird.
dude,
Um,
I remember going to college, like community college, and I'd go down and there was this cafeteria underneath. I was like, sweet, the great place to just sit down and eat my lunch, whatever the fuck. And I'd sit down, and there would always be these group of anime nerds in the corner that'd be like yelling, "I choose you, Pikachu," and shit like that at each other while throwing Pokeballs or whatever the fuck they were
yeah.
doing over there. And I'm like, what the fuck? But it's not like, how do I put this? Separate the fans from the show. You know? It's the same obsessiveness, like, if
Yeah.
all I fucking do is talk about Diablo, it's the same goddamn vein. It's like, this is their life. Uh, we each have different peculiarities and likes. Like Mike is a furry, and you know what? That's okay because we should
Nick,
all accept.
Kenny is a furry.
We should all accept each other. Also, Jay Gazes says the show is pretty good.
Hell yeah. If
Oh,
Gaza
and
says
Steve
it's good,
says,
it's
imagine being
certified
a
good.
furry, like Micah.
Yeah,
What?
Kenny, why are you being a furry?
I guess I could check out
If
the furs.
if you've ever been attracted to Kiriko, you're a furry.
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
yes,
Hold on a second.
I would pay to see that. Second of all, I guess you know what? There's probably an allure to being a furry because there's the anonymity of it, right?
It
Like
sounds like you're about to give me like a doctorate speech. Like you're like using big words that I can barely understand.
I have thought
I
of all
agree.
avenues of porn at one point I mean documentaries at one point in my life. Okay?
He's even looked at documentaries of Pokemon, like Pikachu.
Yes, Misty's a mega babe.
No, just Pikachu. I'm talking about Pikachu.
Why would I just look at Pikachu naked?
Okay.
All right,
I'm
we're
bringing
moving
it
on.
back. I can't have you guys talking about Pikachu naked. That's where I draw the line.
Well, isn't he technically naked?
Listen, Misty is
He
not a child in the later
is it
episodes. Also,
is
I
it
grew up with Misty. So technically, when I found her, I'm not going into this. We're moving on.
Actually, funny enough, she hasn't grown up because if Ash hasn't grown up, she hasn't grown
What are you talking
yeah.
about?
Oh
How
my
old is
okay,
Misty?
we're stopping. Actually, oh, you know what? She's a gym leader, so I think she might be
She's a
older,
fucking
but
gym leader. Misty's
yeah.
age. Okay, but move on. I'll figure out the answer to this. Okay, never
There
mind.
are
Nope, she is not. I retract everything I've said. Let's move on.
See, that's the
up.
adult thing to do though. You've learned new information and you've changed your
Oh, jeez
opinion. That's
Louise.
how it should be. Um so
Sorry.
there's 7 episodes are out so far. There's going to be 12 in the first season. Pretty good. Check it out if you like monsters. So, um the next thing I'm talking about, so Demon Slayer um season 4 just began on what, May 12th this month. And so we're starting with the Hashira training arc. Um at this point, it's funny. I'm not jumping at the bit to watch it just yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit, but the animation is always great. I was trying to remember. I saw something crazy the other day, and they spend an insane amount of money per episode. Like it is definitely one of the more expensive animated shows, but it really does show. Um, it's cool. I also learned that all the movies that have come out for it, so like Mugen Train, the one that came out like several years, all the movies have been rated R, which I'm fucking glad with because it kind of fights that whole thing of like animation is for kids, sort of argument, because that shit was rated R in theaters for all three of them. Um, and moving on to that, kind of segueing on the movie portion, once again, they released another movie that was just basically like the last 2 episodes of the previous season and then like one new episode. And so people were fucking pissed about that. I mean, I learned my lesson when I went there, and then it is in the fucking fine tune, the description. It's literally like it is 2 episodes and then just one new one. But people were all fucking irate, like, what the fuck? I paid good money for this. This is expensive. Like acting like they paid like $100 or something. But I don't know. I get it. I get it, but it's like read the description, brother. And I think the reason why people get so confused about it is because the first movie that did come out was like a brand new 2 hours of content that they ended up taking and putting into episodes later on. So I don't know why they changed it up, but who the fuck knows? But yeah, do you guys have any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, I'm passing.
Although, I just want to say, Pokemon Trainer, like Pokemon.
You guys,
I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole.
yeah, we're not talking
we're
about that.
moving this.
Yeah,
We are
Micah, you're
moving past.
18 now, buddy. So
Okay,
laws
I just
apply to
want to
you.
put out there all young.
No, but and the last thing I wanted to say about that though is they have covered what the Hashira training arc ends with chapter 136 in the books, and they have 205 chapters total. So they're a little more than halfway done. So I think we'll probably see 2 more seasons of Demon Slayer, and then maybe a movie, like an actual fresh content movie. But yeah, cool. So the next thing I'm talking about is I brought this to you guys actually like a couple months ago when this first got announced. Go Go Loser Ranger. It's kind of a weird name, but the manga was actually called Ranger Rejects. So I don't know why they like decided to change it. Like Go Go Loser Ranger isn't exactly a better name, but so when I brought it to you guys initially, I thought, oh, they just like forced these like low class villains to perform like an event every week to show how amazing the Dragon Keepers were. That's what the Rangers are called. And yes, they are based off of the Power Rangers.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
it's so
100%.
familiar.
But what's cool is this show is getting dubbed as kind of like uh anime The Boys. Because well, I know The Boys was a comic too, but manga The Boys, whatever, because oh, I can hear myself. Thanks, Micah.
What?
So I could hear myself for a second there. So I was coming through one of your mics. But
What did you say? Thanks, Micah. Hold on a sec.
you guys are killing my flow.
Listen,
Jesus
I haven't
Christ.
said anything in a
Why?
while.
Why? Please just let
I'm
me
trying to let you
finish.
do your thing.
God.
Just
No.
listen.
But
Stop destroying
I
Jordan's
know.
flow.
Yeah,
So
Kenny.
what the show is actually about is essentially the Dragon Keepers killed off all the fucking head honchos of like the enemies of the Power Rangers. Like like all like the fucking like Zordon and all, well Zordon's the fucking like the good one, isn't he? In Power Rangers.
I
I
Zordon?
don't
don't
know.
know. I've never seen him.
You know you never seen Okay, fuck it. We're not going down this route. Um that's a show I kind of would have thought you'd seen some of them. Like, I
I
don't know.
watched
That
the
seems like
newer
down
movie. That's
like
it.
you like Ninjago's kind of a little bit based off of like one of the Power Rangers seasons. Like, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna continue on. So they essentially killed off all the bosses, and then they just had the fucking lowly like henchmen, and the henchmen can change shape, and so they're like, okay, guys, we've killed your fucking bosses. We're gonna kill you unless you put on a weekly battle. Like you guys come to us to this arena and fight us, and so that we can keep this like facade that the war is still going on, so that we can keep power over this society. And so every single week, the fucking the dusters is what they're called, put on like they basically like figure out like who the next big bad is, and so it's interesting. So one of the dusters is sick of it and is like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm gonna change shape to look like a human, and I'm gonna join the Dragon Keepers, and I'm gonna like infiltrate and fucking beat them from within, because he's like, I'm done with this shit. But it's like I love it because it's just fucking it's like breaking norms, because they're supposed to be the heroes and whatnot, but like the reality is they're like keeping this facade up that they're like, they'll do whatever it takes. Like the fucking Red Ranger like has an underling and just straight up fucking murders him. Like
Oh,
yeah, like it's fucked up. Like they will do anything to keep their powers, and that's why they're comparing it to the boys, because it's like essentially they're like, oh yeah, the Red Ranger is basically Homelander. Um and so I think there's a lot of other fucked up shit that goes on, but that's the only thing I'd seen so far. And the animation's actually pretty fucking good. Like it kept me engaged the entire 20 minutes. And like the difference between watching like Gruden and then watching this, because I watched Gruden yesterday. I watched Go Go Loser Ranger today. I was engaged the whole 20 minutes. Like I couldn't stop watching. I was like this, and I'll probably keep watching it this week and talk
where
to you
do
guys
you
about it next
watch
month.
this?
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, which is another weird one. It's weird that Hulu picked it up. I'm glad that yeah, but I don't know. Other topics.
Micah,
Um,
What?
stop watching Bad Batch and Ninjago on repeat and go watch like this. Watch something else.
Well, why do you think I asked about it?
yeah,
I
no,
think
but
he's
it's
deaf in the ears.
it's good, and it's only So they are on. Oh, man, I didn't write it down. I think they have like 3 or 4 episodes out right now, and they plan on doing 12. But yeah, it's one to watch out for.
But you're saying like 12 and done? Like that would be
No,
the entire
just
thing?
for season 1. I mean, because they don't. I don't know. They don't get all their funding like to do several seasons at once. They just do one to see what the public thinks, and then they get their funding. I mean,
Is,
that's what they do for most shows.
is that pretty
Yeah.
much how it is outside of like say Dragon Ball Z and Naruto?
Well, yeah. I mean, those are older, and those are like powerhouses, right? Like by the time they actually animated Dragon Ball, there was so fucking much content to do, and like it
Yeah.
was also like the number one thing in Japan, right? So it's like a lot of times those shows got funded just like based off of like manga sales.
Yeah,
But
that's what happened to Ninjago. They released the first 2 pilot episodes to see how it would do, and then they were like, and then it did really well. They were just like, okay,
yeah, but
now it's like
it's
24
but what's
episodes.
crazy is like a lot of this stuff that comes out, the mangas have been around forever. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, shit, that stuff, the first ones came out in like the 80s. I believe, or the 80s or the early 90s. They didn't start animating it until like 2012. There was a couple animations that came out for it, but like they weren't like well received. And then yeah, so it's kind of nuts. A lot of shows are like that. I mean, it's kind of like Invincible starting in 2001. Um Yeah, the next show though, My Hero. I'll be honest, I'm putting it on there just to get out the news. Season 7 started this month, and then there was one other topic I was going to talk about is essentially how much Japan and the USA fucking glazes each other. Anytime you see like Japanese artists or developers make an American character, they're always like fucking buff as shit or awesome. And then it's the same thing for like Japanese characters created in the US. It's like a fucking samurai who's super amazing. And so I was watching this video based upon all of it, like, making fun of that whole fact that like the US and the Japan just fucking is constantly like, oh my god, you're so good.
Well, that's
Like when it comes.
because all of us over here are super buff and amazing. And
Yeah. Yeah.
they're
And everyone
basically
in
cool
Japan and
samurai.
everyone in Japan is a samurai.
Yeah. It
Well, it's
makes
like
sense.
the other joke is, how in Metal Gear Solid when like the fucking president, like you fight the president, he's like fucking jacked. Like
Yeah.
all fucking Americans are just jacked beefcakes who shoot guns. And and all Japanese people are samurais, and know the way of the blade. Um, but this is what I think they call it. Her hero name is Stars and Stripes or something like that. And then there's even a couple characters in the show where their ability is like a Texas Smash and stuff like that. It's just it's good shit. You love to see it. But yeah, I put this on here for Micah, Oshinoko season 2, July 2nd. So you watched the first one, right? First season?
First 2 episodes, I haven't gotten back
Oh,
into it because I
okay.
lost Crunchyroll, but
Do you
or whatever it was on.
uh I can give you my Crunchyroll. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, if you'll use it. I think Crook still has it too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Thank you.
um but yeah, so Oshinoko season 2 for I I don't know. I should probably check it out. A lot of people talk about how good it is, but like I don't know. It's the shows where it's like about musical artists and stuff. I'm not the biggest fans like of, but I know it's kind of like deeper than that, right,
Well,
Micah?
for my gist of, like, the first 2 episodes, the first the mom dies, and then she has 2 children. The boy is actually reincarnated, so is the girl, from, like, 2 other characters from the first episode. And then the boy, like, decided to go into this whole deep dive of why his mom was murdered and who would murder his mom. And that's, like, from the first 2 episodes. So
See, the only thing I basically remember is just seeing the two fucking babies like fucking twirling glow sticks like they're on crack. So that's the only thing I
Yep.
got out of the show, and I was
Like it's
like,
an
okay.
anime rave.
Yep.
Yeah, because the mom's like a pop star, like a K-pop star. So
Except for she dies like the first episode.
Well,
yeah,
you know, I'll give it probably about a 7 or 8 out of 10 right now. Because the chick on the left and the right are pretty hot. So clearly that means it's gonna be good.
I can always count on Crook to be honest, and I love it. I love it. No filter. But I agree with you, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is just news wise is and hopefully this shit's good, because if it's not, I don't think we're ever gonna fucking see Berserk shit animated until like I'm probably dead or when they're done. A fan studio called Eclipse is going to animate the Black Swordsman arc from Berserk. So it's like one of the first arcs in the manga series. But they have very blatantly said this is going to be a 2D adaptation, because the fucking adaptation they did recently in 2016 is it's like CGI, which there are some shows that do it really fucking well. But it looks like fucking dog shit. Like it is cringe. Like it's to the point where I like, cuz I've read Berserk, where I just tell people, I'm like, do not watch it. Fucking don't do it, because it's so fucking shit that like, yeah, I get it. Like maybe you don't have enough time to read it or whatever. Like honestly, don't even watch it. Like just, whenever you do get time, read it. But I'm excited. I'm hoping it's good, especially since they're like really leaning into like, hey, this is going to be just like 2D animation. So yeah, um, that's it. That's it for me. That's my last slide. So
Where is Suicide Squad?
that comes out in either June or July.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So
it's around the corner.
yeah, I just don't want to mention it literally every single episode, because I think I talked about it last episode, but it is coming out very soon. Yes.
I mean, like, I might add the Bad Batch next episode, but like,
Honestly, you should, just to keep it going.
Yeah,
You know,
pretty much just turn it into Micah's Bad Batch corner.
Micah's
yeah,
Bad Batch.
even though it ended, it's just gonna continue going on and on.
Where you just break down each episode of the Bad Batch. Anyway, you should have your own little thing like everyone else. Wait, hold on. Make sure. Okay. The Lord of Old Warframe says you should have your own little thing like everyone else. This is true. Micah won't shut up about the Bad Batch. I won't shut up about Diablo. You could just
No, he won't. Actually,
never shut up about Suicide Squad, I guess.
No.
That's not really your
No.
thing, though.
I was about to say no.
yeah, the most thing you
Please
can
don't
talk
put that
about, I'd
upon
say, is
me.
Invincible.
Yeah, Invincible and Berserk are probably like the two things that like they're just so fucking good. Like, in the Invincible comic is fucking nuts, guys. Like, I will be honest, the time travel and the alternate realities thing does get a little fucking annoying, but it's very good, man. Just I highly recommend it. And the fact that it came out in 2001 blows my mind, cuz like I'm just thinking about it, like, what, I was fucking 9, 8 when it started? Like, that's just insane to me. I can't even, like, it seems like something that would have come out, like, much more recently. So, yeah, cool. Well, did you guys have any questions or anything?
No, good job.
I think
Honestly,
I
Yeah.
should add a, like, days since I've asked Micah to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Like,
I think you should
and
just
put
do
that.
months, man. Like,
Nah, November is going to be the month every single month.
well, then you've caught
Oh,
yourself in a time loop. Like, this is Groundhog's Day. Of course, he's never gonna watch it because time never moves forward. You're on November.
I'm not free until he watches it. But no. But yeah, cool.
All right. Let's go ahead and close this out. First, a quick shout out to everybody that interacted today. Oh, going down the
Ow.
list. First of all, Spider Dude 200, who has his own channel. Please go give him a follow.
Heck
That
yeah.
is right here. Come on, guys. I am making right now. 100.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I was actually just gonna like stream tonight, but then I was like, nah, I actually just want to watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So I mean,
Okay, Wasp is a mega babe. Now,
exactly.
when you told me about Wasp, I was like, psh, whatevs. But then
I'll
I
change my
went and looked at
profile
her.
picture to what its original state
Then
because
I
I
locked
had
the
to change
bathroom
it.
door.
On this.
Uh, so that is Spider Dude, SPIDRDUD 100. Also, a quick shout out to Jay Gazes. That is JGAZS. Both of those guys are streamers. Please go follow them. Next up, we have Lord of All Door Frames. That is LORDOFALLDOORFRAMES. One day, maybe he'll shorten his fucking name. But he's also a streamer. Please go follow him. Let me do a quick shout out for that. Oh,
See, there we go. There's Wasp as my profile picture now.
frames.
Y'all
Next,
wanna look at her?
next
You're
we
in
have
love.
Seebs. That is CEEBBZ. She is actually knew me pretty much since I started streaming, and an old friend of the channel. Please go give her a follow if you haven't already. Seebs is awesome. Go ahead and make that.
If only JXX.
And finally, we have my brother, 2Smog, 2SMAUG. I don't give a shit if you follow him or not because he's kind of an asshole. So,
Brotherly love right there.
and I think that's everybody. Am I missing anyone?
Now you missed one.
Who?
Jordan.
And of course, we got Rabble.
Nobody can. Don't follow me. I don't stream.
Rabble streams all the time. So,
Exactly.
in fact, he said his next stream coming up, his great big comeback is Tuesday. So look for him then. He doesn't.
You forgot the E. I
Did I
had
misspell
3.
your name?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
forgot the
that's alright
3.
though. Yo, we should get Yusto up to stream. He'd be a great streamer. Gazes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Gaze does stream.
Yeah, he's saying one of our friends Yusto up. I don't know how to say his name. It's weird.
Rabble. I don't think I'm spelling this right.
It's because my name is Rabble Stream. Someone else took Rabble. It's all good.
Well, go follow him.
Go follow the random guy that Kenny put up there.
Here. Me. I'm here. There you go.
He streams about once a month on this little podcast called the Stone Gauntlet. He's always got control of the weak corner, and technically, though we try to derail him, he actually does a fantastic job. Thank you, Jay Gazes. Let me go ahead and put that up. That. God.
I love how you, Jordan. I love how you texted in chat. He didn't even notice. He's like, "Oh yeah, Jay Gazes did it." Nothing wrong with you, Jay Gazes. You're cool.
I appreciate that, Josh. That Gazes did it. Sorry, I'm using real names.
There we go. He was last seen playing Rocket League, where he's a completely down to earth and totally nice streamer. If he will play Rocket League with you or against you and treat you with the utmost fairness.
Yeah, I think we all know why my streaming career died. So now Thanks for coming, Gazes. I appreciate it, man.
Was a good stream. Yeah, thank you everybody who came.
Yeah.
Guys, it's always a pleasure to have you. We do this for you. And
Yeah.
we are not bought. We are not paid. You will get raw opinions here.
I could be paid though. If you want to pay me to change my opinion,
I know, right?
I'll do
We
it.
might need to start like getting paid here. I know. All right.
Guys, listen, I will never sell out this podcast for anything less than a cheesy gordita crunch once per month from Taco Bell. So, Taco Bell, I hope you're listening because I will throw your name in on every section if you do. Pay me that. Once a month. Free cheesy gordita crunch.
I'll take one of the cheesy rolls, or at least 5 of them.
5 cheesy rolls for Micah. That's his asking price. Rabble, what's your asking price from Taco Bell?
Oh shit, dude. Bro, it's kind of high. The fucking when they took the chicken and they smashed it into a flat like tortilla and fried that shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they put stuff in the middle of it. So the price is high. They need to bring that shit back.
Man, this isn't the Ritz. Okay, this is
Okay.
Stone Gauntlet. Okay, just 3 tacos from Taco Bell is Rabble's asking price.
Thank you for making a more realistic goal. You said Jordan, you are not Rabble, you are not fucking worth a limited edition item coming back, brother. You're worth 3 bean burritos.
3 bean burritos. There you go. You have it. That is what we will sell our podcast out for. Hit us up. We'll throw in free advertisement for you. I mean, guys, you know, I just want to let you know from the bottom of my heart, whenever I think of making the video game like section,
Okay, bye everybody.
I always put in my mind 3 things. I think, what are the players gonna like? What is the audience gonna like? And how am I gonna feed myself through this? And usually that involves going to Taco Bell and getting a cheesy gordita crunch, one of the freshest items on the menu. So please go pick one up today and let them know Stone Gauntlet sent you, and then give them my number.
You've already been bought, brother.
I just bought myself. God damn it! I wanted to watch games, not hear about sad life stories. Shut up, Micah. All right. On that note, have a great night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Peace.
This has been a weird, awkward podcast.
Is it ever anything else?
Well, this time it was extra. We added a little extra, a little spice.
Sometimes you just gotta spice that up, man. Otherwise, they'll be like, the fuck? This is the same shit every time. It's almost like we're in a time loop of November, and it never changes.
And it never ends. Did you ever finish Castlevania, Crook?
The what?
Castlevania, the series?
Nope, never heard of it.
The new ones?
Oh, I haven't finished it yet.
Dude, the last episode makes it all worth it. Which I fucking hate when shows do that, but you really should finish it. It's like, the next season's gonna be dope.
You know what I am watching right now?
What?
You is Afraid. Ari Aster's,
oh yeah, I need to watch it. Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's a fucking trip.
Lord of Eldor fans just texted, I like how you don't actually link your YouTube or Discord.
Oh, I guess we could. Hold on.
Well, I mean, technically you did link your Discord. Right?
Well, YouTube
So,
should. There we go.
Okay, so, Micah.
Yes.
Spider Dude.
Yes.
Is this Wasp character in any video games? 3D
No.
video